The sport of competitive powerlifting challenges the strength, discipline, and determination of its athletes. Competitions consist of three main lifts: the squat, the bench press, and the deadlift. Each competing athlete makes 3 attempts within each discipline. The highest weight achieved on each lift is then summed to form the athlete's total. Competitions are categorized by weight classes. The athlete with the highest total in their weight class at the end of the competition is the winner. In the case of a draw, the lifter with the lighter body weight will take out the title. There are 3 referees on the platform who will each determine if the lift falls within the rules of the federation. A white light indicates that the lift is good, while a red light indicates that part of the lift fell outside of the rules. Each referee sits on a different angle, so all will have a slightly different viewpoint. If an athlete achieves 2 or more white lights, the lift is considered a good lift. If the athlete receives 2 or more red lights, the lift is unsuccessful and will not count to their total. The athlete must achieve at least 1 good lift in each discipline to proceed through the competition. The first lift performed in competition is the back squat. The athlete must stand completely motionless after unracking the bar, with their knees locked and torso in an upright position. Once in the correct position, the head referee will give the squat command. A good lift is awarded where the knees and hips are locked, adequate depth is reached, there is no downward movement of the bar, and all commands are followed.
Represent, gotta represent. Chase a chick, never chase a bitch. Mask on, put the mask on. Mask on, put the mask on. Represent, money represent. Chase a chick, never chase a bitch. 2 cups, toast on with the game. From food stamps to a whole nother domain. Out the bottom, I'm a living proof.
Fuck, why am I so loud?
Am I testing? Am I quiet again? Am I loud? I'm good.
Is this for me? Wait. Hello, hello. Alright.
Alrighty, good afternoon everyone. Welcome to our second session here on day 3 of the Australian Powerlifting Alliance Mega Nationals. I'm joined here by Edward. My name is Bethany Parker. We will be your commentators for this session. We're going to see a range of lifters here. We're going to go through juniors, sub-juniors, lighter categories, heavier categories. We'll run you through them as we see them. But Ed, how are we feeling today?
Feeling good. Excited. There should be some good battles coming up in these weight classes. So it'll be good to see how that plays out.
Absolutely. There's also some big notable names here. We've got a world champion in this flight. For some of you watching at home, Sienna will be coming out in this flight in competition here. We have lifters who this is their first nationals. We have lifters who are doing their 3rd or 4th nationals. So a big range of experience, a big range of ages. We are going to be getting underway in a second. I believe the spotters and loaders are just getting the bar ready. And just with usual rules of the competition for the squat, the referees are going to give the commands for the lifters to move. You essentially just want to see the lifter in control, not dipping down or coming back up, and making sure that they hold it at the top of the lockout. And I guess before we get started, we'll just quickly thank our sponsors for this meet, which is going to be City Strength, allowing us to run this competition. Thank you to all the volunteers behind the scenes currently on the platform at the moment. We've had everyone coming in to help us run these competitions. They are not possible without the help of our community here. I think we are just waiting for our jury table to get in position. We're on a tight schedule here this weekend. We are, how many sessions? 3, 6, this is our 8th session so far.
Yeah.
Is there anyone in this flight that you're particularly looking forward to?
I will be looking forward to how Sienna performs.
Yes.
Seeing she's made a lot of progress lately, and then the 66 battle will be good as well.
Yes, I agree. The 66s are probably one of the tightly contested junior men's battle of this weekend.
Yeah, but for the first flight, we got all the junior females coming up. So the 52, 47, the 69.
Not to mention, we've also got Maddie Harper coming out too, who would probably be one of my favorites of this weekend as well. She's having an absolute blinder with her training. I saw some big heavy deads in the lead up to this competition.
Yeah, and I believe she came 2nd at Worlds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Looking for redemption this year.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I do think the official countdown is on now. We've had a little bit of a delay, but it looks like everyone is about to get into position. Just having a look at the scoreboard here too, it does seem that for those watching at home, Jessica Liu has not made weight, but she is lifting as a guest in this competition, just to let everyone know at home. Okay, so bar is loaded. We have our first lifter coming out. We did hear bars loaded.
Yep, we have Jessica Arambe with 102.5 for her first attempt, first lift of this session.
I'm loving seeing all these fresh faces in the lighter weight classes too. For such a long time, this was underpopulated class, especially in the female side. It's been really good to see these lifters. This is actually her first nationals here as well.
And already 2.5 below her best comp squat as well.
So maybe just a bit of nerves there on that first one. I don't think she had any downward motion on that. Let's see what the referees say. 2 to 1. You can see she just stalled a little bit at the bottom of that. I don't know if you agree to this too, but every time I come out for my first squat, I'm still nervous. I've been doing this for 11 years.
Yeah, for sure, the most nervous lift. But once you get that first squat out of the way, it definitely sets you up for the rest of the day.
Yes. So next up, we have Jessica coming out with 107.5. After Jess, we have Nadria. And yeah. And we've just got to note there that the jury has overturned Jessica's first lift there. So that was an overturn from the jury. So for those who don't know, the jury is going to oversight any decisions that are not a 100% lift or no lift. So if there is a 2 to 1 decision, the jury will review that.
Yeah, we have Jessica Lee now, 107.5 for her first attempt. In the 47 kilo weight class.
Jess been competing for a number of years now too. I think this is her 3rd or 4th nationals. Coached by David Hoffman. And that's what you want to see from someone who has done this comp before. There's 3 white lights.
Who's the opener?
So Nadira is going to come out next. And then Ariella, and then Maddie.
We also have a record attempt on the first round of squats, actually, with Misha, so that will be interesting to see as well.
Oh, we do. Alrighty, so out comes Nadira, 112.5. She's only done 2 competitions before this. Her best squat in the past competitions was 117.5, so she's already opening up quite close to that, which we love to see. Little bit sticky in the middle. We'll see what the referees say. 3 white lights for that. See, I just got caught in the middle there, and this is what I mean. You can just get a little bit nervous on those first attempts. It really isn't an indicator of how you're moving for the day. But next up,
we have Aurelie, 112.5, 76 sub-junior weight class. Also looks like her first nationals as well, so a lot of newer lifters to the national platform, which is great to see.
and also opening up well above her best squat in her last competition.
Yeah, so it looks like a lot of progress has been made in her training.
And she made really light work of that. Apologize for the multicam mess up there, but that was a good squat. We'll see it on the replay.
2 red lights actually looks like for depth.
So the jury will also review this. It can go either direction here. It doesn't matter if it's 2 reds or 2 whites. The jury will review and make sure that decision was fair. The red lights are for depth, so every lifter just has a standard to go down as low as their hip crease is.
Bar is loaded for Maddie.
All right, so Maddie's going to come out next.
The one's a medalist in last year's Sub Junior Worlds.
Right, so with Maddie Harper, 117.5. She was the silver medalist at the last Sub-Junior Championship, so let's see how she goes today.
Beautiful. There was no doubt there from the referees on that one. That was a really clean squat. Alrighty, so next up after Maddie, we are going to have Jess come out with 125 kilos.
Bar is loaded for Jessica Liu.
So Jessica Liu coming out here.
Yep, so it does look like she missed weight by only 500 grams.
She has just traveled down an entire weight class. So for those watching at home, it's not an easy feat to cut an entire weight class. she had done it successfully and she maintained all her strength. So the ultimate respect is to come out here and put the performance on the day that she has worked for. And as you can see, she's moving that with absolute ease.
Wonderful opener.
Three white lights there for Jess. Well done.
And then we have our first record attempt already on the first attempt with Misha Kia.
And this is in the 52 kilo junior weight class. So like we mentioned, a range of weight classes here in this first session. We have the 47 junior, 52 junior, and then we have our sub junior 69, 76, and 84 plus.
Absolutely massive squat for a 52.
And I do believe this is her first nationals as well. That was quick.
Very nice.
Her best squat ever before this competition as well was 130 kilos. That was already 5 kilos just under her best moving like that. So I'm expecting to see some big PRs, and she has the option to be able to chip now for whatever is left in the tank. So that was a 2-to-1 good lift. We'll see. The jury so far has not intervened, but we'll let you know. Misha coming out. No, that was Misha, sorry.
Loaded for Arini.
Irini coming out now, 140 kilos. Now, Irini is in our sub-junior 84 kilo plus class. This is only her second competition ever.
Oh, bit of a pause in the bottom.
It's actually
But
not against the rules for that to happen, but they have given her 2 red lights, which is still depth.
don't think strength was an issue there. Might just have to clean it up on the next one.
Honestly, a bit of nerves.
Yeah, for sure.
Next up,
Alrighty, so closing off our flight here, this will be our heaviest lifter of the opening round of squats in this female flight. It is Sienna with a 215 kilo squat.
By far the heaviest squat of this flight,
My goodness.
bar is loaded.
So
or even this session actually, which is pretty crazy.
yes, this is the heaviest opening squat, or bar 1 in the men's flight. Sienna, again, like we mentioned at the start of this stream, is our reigning world champion in the sub-junior 84 plus class, winning last year in Costa Rica. And she's looking to get back out there again.
Never mind.
So Irini's lift just before this was actually overturned to a good lift by the jury. For those at home, she's on the board. And just like that, 215 kilos.
Easier offense.
No doubt there either. She's put in a lot of work to make her lifts convincing. And this is what you were talking about earlier, seeing her training come on the up recently. It was a bit of a struggle for her to go all the way down in the squats and also a little bit at the lockout. But you and I have both noticed how much she's put in the work and improved on this. So we'll see it come to the platform today.
Yeah, for sure. Looking forward to see what she ends up on as well.
All right, so Jessica needs to get on the board here with this one. She's going to reattempt the same weight. She hasn't opted to go up, which I think was the smart decision.
Yeah, I think the first one was just on depth, so just needs to go a bit deeper.
Bar is loaded with Jessica Lee. Second attempt, let's go.
So lifters don't have to reattempt the same weight. They can go up. We actually saw this a lot in a session earlier this week where lifters were opting to go up just because it was moving easy. But I do think given that this is Jessica's second competition ever, just get the nerves out of the way. Just get the number on the board. Get your first lift in. It was definitely a lot smoother. We'll have to see if it's deeper as well. But 3 white lights.
And then we have Aurelia coming out as well, also reattempting her first attempt, which also was miss on depth.
All I do think this is the smartest play for the juniors and sub-juniors. Just build that experience on this national platform. Not only is it a big competition, you have a jury here as well. It's double the referees to your first competition. So I think getting the nerves out of the way allows you to have a fun day, allows you to enjoy the experience.
A lot smoother than the first.
Yeah, no wobbles on that one. That's 3 white lights. You can see there on the replay, really smooth attempt there. So everyone's on the board now. That's awesome. We love to see that.
Yeah, for sure. Don't want to see any bomb outs.
No,
That's
no.
probably the worst thing that can happen.
We just want to make sure the prep is worth it too. Even if it does happen, you learn from those experiences as well. So Nadira coming out 115. She's going up 2.5 from her opener. I think she was a little bit shaky on that opener, so we'll see if the nerves shake off now that she has one on the board. Then we have Jessica Lee coming out after, and then Maddie will be following Jessica. It's pretty good.
Honestly, move the same speed as her opener.
I would say the same.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what she does from here, whether she takes another 2.5 kilo jump or decides to jump higher for her third.
I agree. All right, Jessica coming out 115. So Jessica's best squat ever is 117 in competition. This is only 2.5 shy of that. And it is going to match what she did at her most recent qualifying comp too. So we'll see how this is moving. Maybe a plan for a chip on the PR today around that 120 mark. It's always funny watching the lighter females move the rack like that, double the size.
Yeah.
She's just wedging it as tight as possible. Lifters have a full minute to use here to get into the position they need to be in. That was really smooth.
Yeah, so definitely potentially good for a PR today.
3 white lights, good lift.
But we have Maddie Harper coming up next. 10 kilo jump to 127.5, which is already a record.
And this is well above her best squat in competition too. So best ever squat in comp 120, and she is doing 127.5.
Looks very composed under that bar.
That was a beautiful attempt. 7 kilo PR attempt too. 2-to-1 good lift. So the yellow could mean a range of things there. I think that it was a bit soft on the knees, in my opinion.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the lockout.
usually what is called as in a yellow on the squat.
Yeah.
So we'll see what the jury says. Looks like they are discussing it.
Lost, bars loaded.
All right, so while the jury deliberates that one, we have Jessica coming out for 140 kilos.
It looks like Maddie Harper's last lift was overruled.
Okay. So she just needs to stand a little bit taller with the lockout on that one for Maddie.
But we got Jessica Liu now making a 15 kilo jump to 140.
Monster jump in the female class.
I think she used to be in the 57s.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was actually last year's 57 kilo national champion. It was a little bit grindy, but I don't think it broke down too much at all there.
Yeah. Obviously,
3 white lights.
Good lift.
obviously we'll be expecting some potential obvious strength loss from cutting down.
Yes.
But I'm sure they've accounted for that in the attempt plan.
Bars loaded.
Alrighty, we have
Misha attempting a national
Misha coming out, 140 kilos. So not opting to take any chips at all and just going plus 10 to the next record. I guess that's what she does in training.
Yep.
What's your thoughts on that? Would you always take the chip if you can?
In my case, yeah. But I mean, when you're moving the squat like that,
We just have to see if the depth was there for that.
Oh,
And
two red lights.
2 red lights on the depth. So again, the referees are looking just to make sure every lifter goes past their hip crease from that side point of view. And that's our standardized approach to making that happen.
yeah.
And the jury will still deliberate that. The jury will review it. It can go either way. But we'll keep you updated on that. She will have another chance to attempt that anyway with her third round if anything was to happen. Irene is going to come out now, 150. So her first attempt was overturned to be a good lift, which I actually agreed with. I think she just paused. I don't think it was anything worrying for double movement or not depth. I think she actually paused to get down all the way.
Yeah, so definitely a sigh of relief for the coach.
Yes.
Uh,
Mr. Chris Haslam out of Alpha.
Hopefully that also gave her some confidence for this attempt as well.
Well, there was no pause, and she's happy with that too. That is 3 white lights.
Good lift.
Move much better.
Yeah. And then we have Sienna now. Big 12.5 kilo jump to 227.5. Surely getting close to that squat record, potentially? Or
No, so the squat record, I think she did at Worlds, which was 252.
Oh, okay.
And so it is quite hard to back these up, especially like this is not a small amount of weight. We talk about relative weight and actual loading. This is 230 kilos pretty much. Like, this is heavy.
Yeah.
And so it can get harder to stack these performances up time and time again. Some of these lifters will opt to stay a little bit more reserved. And I assume in Sienna's case, she's going to try and make that chip at Worlds again. All right, so setting up for 227.5, second attempt.
Very confident under the bar. Very stable walkout. Looks very easy as well.
Very, very easy. 3 white lights. There's that hard work coming through. All in training to make those squats show up on the day. We'll see what she jumps to. I think given the jump approach here, we'd be looking at 240, but we'll see what they end up going, because that was still quite easy.
Yeah, and then we're moving on to the third round of squats.
So we have Jessica coming out with 110 kilos, and then Jessica Lee will be after her.
We have quite a few record attempts coming up, which is very exciting to see.
Yes. Alrighty. First up, Jessica Arumbi, 110. So she's opted to jump a 7.5. I think this was a fair jump, probably in line with what they initially had planned. Maybe a little bit of a modification. If they were looking to go 102.5, 107, 112, something like that. This lands her somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Just after missing that opener, you still want to stay in the race. You just want to make up some of those kilos. I think that was pretty good. We'll just see if the depth was there. 2 to 1, so she only got 1 red light to depth on one side.
Yeah, so the jury will have a look at that.
Alrighty, so Jessica Lee now coming out. She is opting to chip her all-time best squat of 117.5 with a new national record of 118.5.
Also worth noting that Jessica and Jessica are both in a battle,
Yes.
so making lifts will be vital.
And that's why I think it was important that although that seemed like a little bit of a bigger jump there for Jessica Arumbi, I think that's going to make up some kilos to keep her in the race. I assume, yeah, like I said, the plan probably would have been around there with 112.
Yeah, so just putting the pressure on Jessica Lee now to make her third squat, because she is currently forecasted ahead of Jessica Arumbi. So this will be a very important squat.
Bar is loaded for Jessica Lee, attempting a new national record, 118 kilos, 0.5.
So 1 kilo above her all-time comp best, and also happens to be a record as well, and that chip will come in very handy later on in the competition. Just getting very tight under the bar, making sure that the shelf is set nicely. Oh wow, very comfortable. New national squat record for Jessica Lee. I'm sure she'll be very happy about that one. And this also makes the battle very exciting as well. Coming up, we got Nadira with a 120, so a 5 kilo jump from her previous attempt. Also happens to chip a PR as well.
Bar is loaded.
She ended up taking a bigger jump here as well, like we mentioned. Just gonna
Oh,
stick with the
what a
middle.
grind. Push through that sticking point. And 3 white lights
White lights.
for Nadira.
Good lift.
Yeah, maybe just a bit of nerves there to start the day, but she came back around pretty well.
Yeah, we got Aurelia coming up next, followed by Maddie, Harper, and
Bar
Misha.
is loaded for Rula. 125 kilos.
So Aurelia missed her first attempt, so opting to take a bigger jump for the third, 12.5 to 125, which is a huge PR for her, 17.5 kilo PR.
And just to mention as well, her second competition ever, her best squat in her first competition was 107.5. So we're seeing almost a 20 kilo increase from her first performance here. Some insane progress. Unfortunately, just a little bit too heavy for her there, but she really did give it a good crack. She came back from a rough start too, so she got on the board. Arguably one of the most important parts of the day. Okay, so Maddie Harper is going to come out next with a national record attempt. So something to note, her second attempt was overturned by the jury. It was a no lift for depth. They've gone up 5 kilos anyway. She did make it move, and something to note in this position is sometimes more weight will help you go down a bit lower. Sometimes it won't, but sometimes it will. Every lifter will respond a little bit differently to that stimulus. So funny that Maddie is still in sub-juniors. This is her 8th competition. She is the veteran on the platform right now. And this is where she needs that experience to show up, help her nail that third squat. That was definitely deep. She just needs to grind through that. Come on, Maddie.
Not quite there for today, a bit too much.
Just a smidge too heavy. She really gave that her best effort. That was far deeper than that second. But she's still walking away with 117.5. That's only just 2.5 under her best too. So
Yeah.
she's still on track to make a PR total here.
I think she is in her own battle, so
Yes.
wasn't looking really at any opposition, so just try to potentially go for a PR there.
So we have another national record here coming for Misha, 140. So redemption on this. She tried it on a second. It just wasn't deep enough. So she's just got to use the strength that she has to go a little bit deeper here.
Oh,
A little hezzy there.
paused a little bit, not sure if the bar went down.
I do think that it was depth call anyway as well.
yeah.
Yeah, 2-1. It looked about the same to that second attempt to me. You can see she almost was like, oh, I was meant to go a bit deeper.
Yeah.
That's all right. First nationals there for Jess. So, oh, sorry, Misha, I should say. Jess is coming out next. So they've gone up 5 kilos here, 145. So most recent squat, which was at a similar weight, 137.5. So increasing 7.5 from that performance there.
Looking a lot more amped up here.
Yes, you got to fire up a little bit for the thirds. Again, a second, it didn't really break down. It was a little bit slower, but there was no breakdown. I assume this is going to be a good grind. That was easier than the second attempt. My goodness.
Have to see what the refs say about depth there. Oh,
2-1, good lift.
Good lift.
So we'll see what the jury says. They're going to review that. But that is awesome to see. Well done, Jess.
All right, almost finishing up on the first flight of squats with Arini coming up.
Now, again, Arini's second competition ever here. Her last comp, she did a 145 kilo squat. She's coming out for 160. I love seeing this progress in the young ones.
Yeah, the sub-junior talent pool is for sure getting bigger.
You could see a big attitude shift as well. Once she was on the board, she knew what she needed to do here. And I think building that experience is so important at a national level. She needs that confidence here on that third. She's got to trust herself. She's gone deep enough. She's just got to stick with it. Wait there. We'll see if she walked in controlled on that. The referees are looking for control.
Great white lights.
Good job, Irene. 160 kilos. Alrighty, our last lifter of this flight, Sienna, 240. Bang on the attempt selection there.
Perfect call from our commentator.
And like I was saying, I think in this case, Sienna is leading this race quite comfortably in the 84 plus. So I do believe she's just going to be looking to get the total she needs to qualify for Worlds and then save that big performance. It's only a couple of preps away, like a couple of blocks away. It's not far away.
Yeah, so potentially just looking to save energy
Yes.
and not go all out here, especially because she doesn't need to.
It is hard to back up these big performances. And I think it's smart coaching to allow the lifter to focus on the competition they want to show up at.
Yeah, so coached by Tony Mai.
Got Big Mac in the corner as well. Little water boy in the corner. A lot of support here in the crowd for Sienna too. She is a local to Sydney. This is 240 kilos for those at home.
A massive amount of weight.
5 plates plus some in a commercial gym. She
Very
moved it with ease. We could have seen an all-time PR today, I reckon.
Yeah, so definitely good for more. Almost looked like her attempts started speeding up.
Alrighty, we're going to switch gears now to the men's flight of this session. It is a longer flight here. We have a range of weight classes here too. So we have the 66 battle, and then we have the sub-junior 83 battle going on.
Yeah, so this will be an interesting one, Beth, because we got a clear favorite, it looks like, in the 66 with Alan on 600 forecasted, and then second we got Cody, and then it looks like a battle for third with David and William.
Yes. But what I will say, I don't think anything is safe. I just saw Will's last pull as well. Like, these boys have been pushing hard, and they're pushing each other hard. A lot of them have been competing for a couple of years together as well. So first up here, we have Manta. So Mishra.
Yeah, Manta with 147.5. Looks like his first national competition. Very comfortable first squat for Manta.
Very, very comfortable. Being coached by Kay there in the corner.
All right, up next we got Daniel. I believe he's fresh into the junior years, so first year as a junior.
I was just with him at his last sub-junior comp in New Zealand, and he attempted a rogue deadlift that wasn't far off being locked out for podium, so I would not put it past him to do whatever it takes to pull something today. He's not afraid of a big pull, and he wants the smoke. He loves the showman of it all.
He is in 5th place, so definitely a threat for the podium placing.
He is our deadlift specialist, I would say. I know he was dealing with an injury at the back end of last year. Haven't had a chance to catch up with him since, but it's good to see him back on the platform. and making his junior debut.
He's also got Victor Liu in his corner, so will be some good attempt selections.
That was a smooth attempt. Just warming up here. This is what we like to see.
3 white lights, amazing opening.
And that was 3 white lights there.
All right, we got Dion coming up,
Next up, Dion,
155 kilos. Also looks like his first nationals competition.
Well, second competition ever. So
yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
definitely
loaded.
first nationals.
I believe he trains at my home gym, wellness department, so shout out to the wellness crew.
So after Dion, we will have Logan and then Cyril come out. It was very comfortable. Just make sure that it was depth. No doubt there from the referees. 3 white lights.
Another easy opener.
Okay, so we have Logan coming out next. 157.5. And then after Logan, Cyril and then William. Will coming up from the 59s too, something to note. He's been dominant in the 59 kilo class for his entire junior career and now opted to come up a weight class.
157 kilos for Logan.
We've got Logan now, 157.5.
Best squat ever is 172 for Logan, so definitely on trend to warm up a little bit past that. Very comfortable. Also got Victor in the corner for Logan there. 3 white lights.
3 white lights, good lift.
So next up we have Cyril coming out, 165 kilos, being handled by Mr. ZT.
Bar is loaded.
Now this is Cyril's first nationals. This is his first run of sanctioned competitions. I have a bit of background knowledge on my fellow output teammate. Very aggressive in the setup. He's worked really hard to get here. Again, just because I have the background knowledge, really making a stride. He knew the importance of coming to a national level competition. And he made light work of that, considering his best squat ever is 175 kilos.
Amazing opener, 3 white lights.
Flew from that. So William coming out next. After William, we'll have David, Cody, and then another William.
Yeah, so like you mentioned before, coming up from the 59 class, looking forward to see what those extra kilos of body weight will do for his squat.
174.5 kilos.
Previous best was 190. I believe that was at as a 59.
He's also the second lightest male in this class.
Yeah,
So him and Cody, the 2 lightest boys. So he still hasn't filled out the weight class fully, which we do love to see. We don't want to see people just yo-yo back up straight away. I think it goes to his maturity in becoming an athlete, knowing that this is going to take a little bit of time to fill out this class. So he's been told to replace the bar. He just needs to lock his knees out a little bit more to get the start command. We have a full minute here because he wasn't told to start squatting. He can unrack this again. He's just got to make sure he gets in the right position. He's still got 15 seconds to make this happen. Just lock your knees out, Will. That's better. He got the command. Didn't affect him.
Yeah, so very composed from Will.
Easy squat for Will.
Clearly very experienced at this level.
This year.
And it's also why it is always good to open very light in case these things happen.
Yeah. I'd say the most taxing for me would be having to reattempt a bench setup. I don't know about you.
Oh,
I
yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
the squat is a little bit easier with a time crunch. But to do the whole bench setup again, that's probably the most time.
Bar is loaded.
All right, bar is loaded for Davin, which he's coming up for 175 kilos. Coached by Vin, our West Coast hero.
So David is currently forecasted 3rd. So one of the potential podium threats in
He's
a battle
also
with Will.
opening up with a bench record. So he's going to have chips in this play as well. He's got to get through the squats first. That was a really comfortable looking squat there. Although they've called him on depth, so both the side refs agreed that that wasn't deep enough. We'll see what the jury says. We'll keep you posted.
Will also be interesting to see what Vin, his coach, actually puts up for his second attempt, whether he wants to increase to stay in the battle or just looking to get one on the board.
Yeah, I do think in this case, I would opt to go up, especially because that was quite easy.
Yeah.
You could still be conservative within that jump, but it wasn't looking like he was slowing down much there at all. Cody coming out now, 185 kilos. Now, Cody is currently forecasted second in this tight battle of the 66. Again, Cody also has a lot of room to fill out this class. Very clean looking squat there. He's got Coach Will in the corner.
3 white lights.
3 white lights there for Cody. He's on the board.
83 national champion.
All right, we have William coming up next in the 83 sub-junior class. 192.5 for his first attempt.
So David has not had his lift overturned to a good lift, but they have gone up 10 kilos. So he will be attempting 185 on the second, which is what I mentioned. I think when the battle is this close, you can't really leave any kilos there. You may as well just go for it.
Yeah, I think his coach also knows that that wasn't a strength issue at all.
Yep. All right, so William, 192.5. Best squat ever, 205.
Also squatting higher, but and quite a tall lifter as well.
It was a comfortable looking squat there. He didn't really break down much at all. But they have called him for depth. So we will see what the jury says there.
Yeah, so we currently have 3 people on the jury table. So if they want to make an overrule, all 3 of them have to agree. This would go be the same case for a good lift or a no lift overrule.
We've seen both in this session too, so it does go both ways. A lot of people are under the impression that it only goes the other way. All right, Jaden Chan coming out now, 195 kilos.
Yeah, it's training out of Omega, handled by Hugo May, who's also competing.
Stallion.
The Stallion.
After Jaden, we'll have Caleb and then Alan.
So Jaden is currently projected 4th, so also battling for a podium spot here.
First nationals as well for Jaden. Beautiful looking squat. I am a little concerned of his hips at the lockout there, and he did get called for a soft lockout and also depth. So the jury will review both of those. Now Caleb is going to come out next. 200 as an opener.
Bar is loaded for Caleb.
Caleb's best squat ever, 210. Also handled by Vin. Vin is a busy man right now. So we'll see. It looks like Jaden's opted to stay the same weight despite the battle. So just making sure that we get one on the board. So Caleb currently forecasted 3rd in that 83 fight for the sub-juniors. But he is not far away from 2nd.
Yeah, we got Alan coming up next. Someone that I'm personally looking forward to watch.
Alan next with 205
Put up a huge recent training total recently.
And just making a huge statement against the other under 66 kilo boys here. 20 kilos over their squat. This is where he will need to make up some kilos, though, for the rest of the session. He just needs to make sure he makes lifts here and consistent. The other boys are all going to be chasing him.
Yeah, just got to get the squat on the board.
Wow.
Very easy for Alan.
Another easy opener. 3 white lights, good lift.
That is definitely a statement to the other 66 boys. I think at this rate, if Alan just hits what he needs to and stays even in the pocket, he should secure that first. But he might want to put on a show for this session too.
Yeah.
Because you also, if you're going to Worlds, you got to make sure you're in the A flight. If you have that opportunity to push. Alrighty. So next up, we have, would you say Duane?
I think it's Dwayne.
Dwayne?
Yeah.
I apologize.
Fully kitted out in the Resolve gear. Shout
And
out to our sponsor, SPD.
he is opening 205. Best squad ever, 207. So we're right there, actually.
Yep, and coached by Lewis. Titan Performance. Very comfortable.
That was quick. Wow.
Another
That was a
easy
beautiful
opener,
warm-up
3 white
there.
lights, good lift.
And so our final lifter of this flight, just rivaling Sienna, by the way, is Evan, 220. And then we'll go to the second attempts of this men's flight. It's actually going quite quick here. Spotters and loaders are working hard.
Yeah, got a very experienced platform crew here.
Alrighty, so Evan is currently forecasted in first, 187.5 kilos.
Bars loaded.
On his trail is Duane, but considering how well that opener moved, we would expect to see some big jumps here from him.
Opener for a sub
And I'd say being separated by within 20 kilos, it doesn't mean much when it comes to a flight of big squatters, big deadlifters.
I believe he's coming out of Strain Club. Got competitors from all around Australia flying to Sydney here.
Very light work made of that.
easy opener, 3 white lights.
And so we will go back around to our first lifter now. And what I will say, if you are watching this at home, junior master, doesn't matter what age you are, this weekend we've had lifters from 15 to 84. If you want to start powerlifting, look it up on Google, look it up on Instagram, find a local coach in your area. You could be up here next year. There is no limitation to when you can start, what you can do in this sport. And as always, if you're interested in doing competition, head to the APA website. You can find events on there, your registration, everything like that too. Alrighty, Manta coming out. We have 160 kilos on the bar. This is just shy of his all-time PR of 162. I think that was really comfortable there, to be honest.
Yeah, a bit sticky, but look in full control of it.
I think he'd be good for another 7 or so. We'll see what the next attempt will be, but he's already well into that PR territory.
Yeah,
we
so
love to
definitely
see.
Going to go
Next up,
chip that
Daniel,
PR.
165 kilos.
Alrighty, so Daniel coming out next, 165.
Bar is loaded.
This is only just shy of his best ever squat of 167. And after Daniel, we'll have Dion and Logan. There's been no issues with depth on that one.
Looks very happy with that one.
3 white lights, good lift.
I will say he's just going to keep climbing up those ranks, chipping away. I think Daniel's going to put himself in a position where he can just put whatever on the bar to pull it. Next up, Dion, 165 kilos. So this is already over his best squat ever in competition. This is his second competition ever. First nationals, obviously, in that case.
165 kilos.
Yes.
And he joins a very tight battle in the 66 class.
It's crazy to see the amount of growth these juniors are experiencing.
Yeah, these boys are already punching like well over 8-9 times body weight. And that is a PR attempt there for him. He's made light work of that. We'll just make sure it's deep enough.
3 white lights.
3 white lights there. So that now brings out Logan. 167.5 kilos for Logan coming out.
167 kilos. The bar is loaded.
And the bar is loaded for Logan. In this flight coming up, we do have 3 lifters who will still need to get on the board. David, William, and Jaden. So they'll be coming up shortly. But after Logan, we have Cyril and William Cube. Still lots of room on that.
One red light from the side ref, just for that.
Can often mean that lifters just have like some sort of imbalance that one side can be up a little bit higher.
Yeah, jury seems happy about that one.
They're giving the thumbs up. I don't think that'll be overturned. All right, so Cyril's coming out now. He's jumping 12.5 to 177.5. Best squat ever, 175. So he's already gapping that on a second attempt. Training out at Omni Fitness in Sydney.
Very deep squat. Definitely no question about that.
Didn't see much breakdown there either, which was great.
Easy second.
3 white lights. So already a PR attempt there for Cyril. So we'll see him make some plays for whatever is left in the tank now. Up next, we have William Quinn, 182.5, so jumping 10. His best squat ever is 190, so he's on par to chip that today, if it's there.
182.5 kilos.
Just taking some time on the platform. He's got a full minute.
So currently nominated in 4th, forecasted, just shy of David, who is 125.5, so he is only 3 kilos off David. And that's nothing in a game of deadlifts.
Another comfortable squat attempt from Will.
That was extremely efficient, I will say. That looked really comfortable.
Yeah, so potentially looking to match that PR or potentially just chip it by 2.5 for his third.
Something else to note is David still needs to get on the board too, so that puts the pressure down. Who he's about to walk out and see that attempt happen. He needs to make this lift to keep himself in the competition and to keep him into that podium fight.
Yeah, so David's coach opted to go up 10 kilos after his missed first, which was due to depth. So,
and especially seeing Will's squat there, that was a smart play to stay in the race.
Yeah, so strength definitely isn't an issue for David. Just needs to sink it a little bit deeper for this one, which it looks like he does.
That did look a little bit more convincing from our angle.
So, see what the judges say. 2 highlights.
2 to 1, good lift.
2 to 1. So we'll keep you posted what the jury says about that. We're really just going off body language.
Yeah.
We're going off vibes. We're on the other side of the room, so we're doing our best.
And we got William coming up next, also looking to get an attempt on the board. William opting to just re-attempt the 192 from his first.
Yeah, so William and Jaden, they're both in the 83 sub-junior class, and they are re-attempting to get on the board. I believe this was also depth here. It wasn't a strength issue.
Yeah. He's squatting in Vans, which is a classic shoe. Great shoe, flat sole, perfect for squatting.
Great for bench too. I love the grip on the Vans. I think they looked a little bit better.
See what the refs say.
2-1, no.
That
2-1. So
Be interesting to see if his coach looks to appeal that, or I think he's waiting on the jury's discussion.
yeah, we have the convenience here where the jury will always review. So there's the appeal. They just go wait and see what's been said. But I will say,
Looks like they are leaving that, so might be a good idea just to reattempt that for the third to try to secure
get
that.
on the board.
Yeah.
They have left David Squat alone though, so he is on the board officially. Now Jaden coming out, reattempting here. He is going for 195. He was moving it really well on his first attempt. I truly think he just needs to stand up a little bit more at the top convincingly.
Yeah. Strength definitely shouldn't be an issue for Jading. Just needs to execute here and lock in. Looks a little bit deeper. See what the refs say. Strength definitely is an issue for him. Looks 3 white lights.
Convincing, 3 white lights.
So it'll be interesting to see what they jump for the third. Maybe looking to take a bigger jump.
Apologize everyone, we just got our replays back on the live stream. We had a technical difficulty, I apologize. We are back. Cody coming out now with 197.5. This is actually 10 kilos over his best squat ever.
Loaded for Cody. 197.
I can't remember, I handled him in Japan last year. I think he was a 59 in Japan. So he's also moving up the weight class ranks.
Yeah, he does look very tall.
He also is another big deadlifter. There's something to keep in mind.
Yeah, he is currently projecting in second. Looks like he's pretty secure in second, but we'll have to see how the rest of the competition and day plays out.
Really beautiful squat there.
Handled by Will Kirby, our 83 junior champion from yesterday.
Probably feeling a little bit sore right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so Caleb's going to come out now. 210, jumping 10 kilos up. Caleb currently holding on to that third place podium in forecasted for that 83 sub-junior fight. He is a little bit behind Dwayne, but I will say that anything can happen on these competition days. This is matching his all-time best squat. Light work of a PR. I'd love for my all-time squats to move like that.
3 white lights, good lift.
That was a good lift there, no doubt from the referees. 3 white lights. So Alan coming out now for a national record attempt on his second squat. 215.5.
Yeah, so based on his first attempt, this should move very smoothly as well.
Whose record is this?
Next
I don't think it's a standard. I think it has to be someone's. This is a strong attempt here.
15.5 kilos. Bar is loaded.
215.5 in the under 66 kilo class. This is well over 3 times body weight. To make sure the depth was there, that would be my
Have to
only.
see what the refs say about depth, but moved extremely easily. 2 highlights.
2-1.
Good
He
lift.
is an efficient squatter though, so the depth call for him, that's the end of his range of motion.
New national
Yeah.
So
record.
that's what makes him a good squatter at the end of the day, is that he's built for that position. So we'll let you know if the jury intervenes with that one there, but we are going to move up to 220 now for Dwayne.
Yeah, so refs look happy about that one,
Dwayne.
based on their body
Bar
language.
is loaded.
Got Dwayne now. 220.
Made some crazy progress from his qualifying comp. So he qualified with a 207.5 squat. He's already attempting 220. based off his opener, this was going to be light work, another warm-up to that top set.
Keep in mind, these are only sub-juniors, and they're already squatting squatting more than most gym bros in commercial gyms.
Yes.
Which is crazy to see.
That was very deep squat, and it was so easy too. I don't think there'll be any issues with that. 3 white lights. Have a look at that side point of view. Wow, that is insane. Okay, our final second attempt here is Evan coming out for 235. Now, Evan qualified with a squat of 222.5. He's already attempting 12.5 kilos over that, and he is leading the charge in the 83 kilo sub-junior class here.
Bar is loaded.
He's already forecasted over a 600 kilo total as a sub-junior.
Absolutely crazy.
Got
Taking-
Big Dog Connor in the corner as well with him.
Yeah, just taking his time, getting in the right mindset.
I will say these boys have a much better flight here. It's a little bit longer. They've got time to recover between. Those girls were doing some cardio before. I think it moved about the same as his opener. The same little bit of bar roll up his back. I don't think it was too much work
3
for
white
him.
lights. Good lift.
I expect to see a big push on this, going for Evans third. But we are going to go now back to our final round of squats here in this session. So Manta, then Daniel, and then Dion will be our running order to start. We're going to 167.5. Now, William
Bar is loaded.
Drugsend, I would say, I don't know how to pronounce that last name. He needs to get on the board in this round to stay in the competition. But first up, Manta, 167.5.
What a
Wow.
fight.
He really caught that well.
Grind
This is what you want to see, a bit of a grind here. 2-1
two.
for depth. So the jury will still review this. There is a chance, but we'll see what they say. So far, the jury did not intervene with anyone else at the end of that flight too, so
Yeah.
Alan still stands and is attempting a further record.
It seems the jury is leaving most decisions alone unless it's completely obvious,
Daniel
Yes.
170
which is always
kilos.
good to see because
Now, Daniel going for a 2.5 kilo all-time squat PR of 170. Like I said, he's just going to keep stacking some chips here and really just put him in a position where he can have that ridiculous pull that I know he wants to do.
yeah, so this will be very important to build his confidence into the rest of the day.
It'll forecast him into 5th as well, based off everyone's third attempt squats if they're all successful. So that is very close to the podium. Another thing to note too is a lot of these guys will be fighting, and the ladies as well, for regional QTs, the opportunity to compete overseas. That's also something to keep in mind. So while there is going to be battles for podiums and placing, some lifters will just
Bars loaded.
look to do the highest total they can and make sure that solidifies their place on the international team. Lots of opportunities to compete overseas this year. We have Commonwealth in Canada. We have Oceanias in Fiji. And that was a good lift there for Daniel. Dion coming out now, 170.
Will also be a 7.5 kilo PR if he hits this. Fights through it.
He makes it. Let's see
No
what
question
happens
about
there.
depth. We'll see what the refs say. 3 white
3
lights.
white lights. Good lift.
No, I think that was an awesome squat there. Perfect attempt there by Coach Victor. So Logan coming out now, 175.
Logan using 175 kilos. All 3 reds in the collar.
This will beat his all-time
Bar is
best
loaded.
squat, so chipping that from 172 to 175. Victor is a busy man in this session.
He's taking his time with the walkout. He needs to stabilize. Fights through it.
Another really solid attempt selection there from Coach Victor. He did get called 2-1 on the last one for depth, so we'll see what the referees say. It's the same decision, 2-1.
Amazing
It's just that right hip for him seems to be a little bit higher than the left, so the jury will review that. But so far, a good lift there for Logan. Cyril is going to come out next, 185. 10 kilos above his best ever squat.
Bar is loaded.
Handled by Mr. ZT, coached by Mr. ZT.
185 kilos.
I think 7.5 was a smart jump here, based off his second, and considering that this is well above his all-time best squat too. Stick with it through the middle, big push.
Oh, very solid.
I'd say that was bang on the attempt. I don't think there was any downward. So the lifters can slow down in that middle bit, but as long as they do not dip down, that's what the referees are looking for there.
Yep. Coming up, we have William. This will be a very important attempt for him because he's currently not on the board.
Yes, so he needs this to stay in the competition.
Coach hyping him up.
For each of these demands of these lifts, so squat, bench, and deadlift, you just need to make one to be in contention for competition here. Strength wasn't an issue on the last two. I think he just needs to trust himself here, allow himself to go all the way down.
He needs this. Just need to execute here.
Come on, William, let's see it.
Oh, wow.
I actually think that was his deepest and his easiest squat. Let's see if the referees agree. 2-1.
Right.
So we will keep you updated on the jury, but as of right now, he is in the competition.
Yeah.
The referees at the jury table, they were shaking their head a little bit, but I'll have to wait for the official decision. Well, we have David coming out now, 192.5, so he has jumped 7.5 kilos from his second attempt. And this really puts him into third place forecasted right now, so making up the kilos for that tight battle coming up later. It's a really clean attempt there, but we'll just have to see if he went deep enough. Unfortunately, 2-1.
On deck.
And so it looks like the jury has stayed out of Williams' squat there, so he is in the competition, which is awesome news. Everyone's on the board.
We have Will coming up next with 192.5.
So attempting the exact same weight, and this will put him into third place forecaster. So Davin having that squat not be deep enough does affect the chase later in this session, and I think this is a conservative one for Will, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, so Will needs to get this. This will give him a very big advantage going into the rest of the day. This will also be a PR for him as well. His first nationals as a 66.
He is a Sydney local as well, training out at X Gym. Bang on the money for that attempt there. The pit crew, Yoon and David are onto it. That was three white lights. That makes a big difference in how this podium is going to play out, especially because Will does have the advantage of being quite a big puller. So him making up as many kilos as he can on the squat just really sets him up for later in the day, puts the pressure on everyone else.
Yeah, so we've got Cody up next. Currently forecasted in second. Looks to make a 7.5 kilo jump, 205. He's made massive progress since moving up. This already being a 17.5 kilo PR for him.
Insane. The power of eating. Who knew? Not to mention a huge milestone breaking the 200 barrier, can I just say? Oh my goodness.
Absolutely huge.
When does he do his third?
3 white lights.
Three
Three white lights. That was a warm up there for Cody. But again, another big puller, so plenty of room there for him.
All right, so we have Jaden coming up next. As expected, they have decided to make a very big jump after retaking the first attempts. That was missed on depth. So this will be a huge PR for Jaden as well, 12.5 kilo.
You have to assume it's in and around the ballpark of where they wanted to go.
Yeah, so he definitely needs this as well because he's currently forecasted in fourth, so this will add a big chunk to his total.
Even then, this is already 12 kilos above his best ever squat. I think he just really has to be confident at the lockout here.
Stands up with it.
All the way, all the
needs
way,
to
all
lock
the
out.
way.
Bit shaky,
I
not sure
don't think he got to the lockout there, unfortunately.
if that will pass.
2 to 1.
2 white lights, so the jury will have a look at that. It looks like the main call was
Two
just
red
not
lights
being
there.
locked
So
out.
not 2 white, 2 red.
Oh, sorry, 2 red
Two
lights. Yeah.
So yeah, the blue light that the jury, or the refs have given us is about a softer lockout. So the hips and knees are the two things that need to be stable.
Yeah, so the jury will have a look at that. One of the jury members is standing up.
Caleb attempting 220 kilos.
He may actually get a warning for conduct on the platform. That might be that one. But I don't think that's going to be overturned there for Jaden. So he still is on the board. He still is in the competition with 195. But we have Caleb now coming out for his final squat, 220 kilos. Big slap on the chest before coming out.
Oh, just a bit too much for today.
Almost looked like a little bit of a misgroove there. Like he just got shot back really quickly out of the bottom of that squat.
It's not there today.
As soon as you move back, it's just so hard once that weight is off the legs. National record coming out now. So Alan just really putting on a clinic here in the 66 kilo class. Is this his first nationals?
Second nationals.
Second.
Actually. Yeah.
Okay.
I do believe, just some backstory of him, he did injure himself at his last nationals where he was actually the favorite. So this is almost like a redemption arc for him. So he knows he needs to redeem himself.
Bar is loaded.
And this is an absolutely massive squat for him, 225.5 kilos.
Do you know what he hit in training?
I believe he's done 230 before,
Okay.
so this should be pretty comfortable for him.
Again, all a little bit different. I assume all these lifters are going to train a little bit heavier other than Will and Cody.
Yeah.
But yes, once you've been in a weight class for a little bit, you usually are coming down, not pushing up. National record attempt here. That was really deep. I think that was more convincing than the second.
Let's see what the judges
Very solid squat. 2
2 to
highlights.
1. So same decision there from second to third. We'll keep you updated if the jury intervenes. But as of now, that is a national record.
Yep, so a great squat day for Alan. Coming up next, we have Dwayne with 232.5. This guy has made so much progress since his last comp, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Insane.
Currently forecasted in second as well. So this will add a bit more to his total to try to push for even first, potentially.
I will say he is not out of contention for first either. Like, we are looking at a difference of forecasted 592 to 612. That can come down to just one missed attempt here. And both Evan and Dwayne are looking really strong, though, so I think this will be a great battle. Wow. Yeah, more on that too, I would say. 3 white lights, so that puts a lot of pressure now on Evan. Essentially, if Evan was to miss, they would be neck and neck going into bench on forecasted. They both have a pretty similar bench, but they have the exact same deadlift forecasted too, so that is very interesting.
Yeah, so Evan is finishing off the flight with 245.
Bars loaded.
This will be a very important squat for him.
Evan does have the advantage of being lighter, so that goes into his favor. But Dwayne does have the lot advantage after, so if they're pulling, that'll make Evan go first.
Yeah, so very important squat for him. Definitely think he would like the 10 kilos to his total. Also a big PR for him as well, 22.5 above what he's done at his last comp.
Yeah, wow, the progress is insane. Just stick with it there, wow.
Very smooth squat.
So
for
really
Evan.
good clap back there, and just keeping his lead that he's worked hard for in those first 2 attempts. Alrighty, that is the end of our squat session here. We are going to take a 10-minute break, and we'll be back with the ladies' flight for the bench press.
Up next is the bench press. After unracking the bar, the athlete will lie completely motionless with their elbows locked. The head referee will give the start command. The bar is lowered and paused until it is motionless on the chest. The athlete will receive the press command, pushing the bar back to the starting position. Once motionless, the rack command is given. A good lift is awarded where elbows are locked, the head and glutes remain in contact with the bench throughout the lift, the feet remain flat on the platform, adequate elbow depth is reached, there is no downward movement of the bar, and all commands are followed.
All right, welcome back, everyone. We are going into bench now with the female juniors coming up first. We've got Jessica with 55 for her first bench press attempt. Very smooth first opener, coming off a great squat day as well. Got Nadira coming up next with 57.5 for her first attempt.
Bars loaded from Nadira. 57.5 kilos.
Also had a great squat session so far as well, making all 3 of her attempts. So looking to carry on that momentum for the rest of the day, starting with her opener. Very smooth opener from Nadira as well. And then coming up next, we got Jessica Lee in the 47 kilo weight class. Currently leading on forecasted, so it's going to be a tight battle between Jessica Lee and Jessica Arambe. Jessica Lee is currently ahead by around 14 kilos. Took the national record on a squat as well, so having a great day so far. And she's going to be attempting 60 for her bench press opener. I believe she currently holds the national record as well in the 47 junior class, so potentially looking to chip that today. Very easy opener. Looks like there's no weight on the bar, so definitely potentially looking to make a big jump into the second, and then aiming to chip that bench record on the third.
Bars loaded.
Got Irini now with 62.5 in the 84 plus sub-junior weight class. Her first nationals championship, doing great so far, having made all 3 of her squat attempts. And 3 white lights. Just for the viewers at home, with the commands in the bench press, the lifters have to wait for 3 commands. So start would be for them to start lowering the bar, and then they'll have to wait for the press command after they pause on their chest. And then after they press it up, they'll have to wait for the rack command before they can actually return the bar to the rack. So they'll need to follow all 3 of these commands in order for it to be deemed a good lift. We have Aurelia up now. 65 for her first attempt, which is quite close to her all-time competition best at 70. Moving very well. So definitely potentially looking to PR that today.
Next up we have Misha attempting 75 kilos. Crossing down the bars.
We have Misha up now with 75 kilos for her first attempt.
All right, I'm back. The coffee took longer to make. I apologize.
Bar is loaded.
What have I missed?
Not much.
Not much. Everyone on the board so far?
Yep.
Awesome. That is what we love to see. Wow, these are some monster benches that we're seeing. Sorry, just catching up on what I missed out.
Yeah, especially for a lighter weight class.
Wow.
Already benching well above their body weight.
75 kilos like that in the 52 class. That is 3 white lights.
Next up, we have Maddie.
And a good lift there.
Kilos. Bar is loaded.
We have Maddie up next. She's got a monster bench press as well.
I would assume this is quite close to the national record here.
Yeah, probably trying to break her own national record today.
We have some big benches coming up. Wow, well. All right, Maddie, 85 kilos. Really clean bench there.
An extremely fast opener. 3 white lights.
3 white lights on the board. So we have Jess coming out next. After Jess, we have Sienna. Jess had a phenomenal showing on the squats, punching 145. Opening at 97.5 at 52-ish kilos. It's insane.
That has to be a world-class bench.
It is. It is. I think that was the intention of the cut too. But again, this is not to undermine the effort that Jess has put in. She is a strong lifter, and this is a huge bench, 97.5. Trains out a Hustler down in Melbourne.
Yeah, have quite a few competitors today training at that gym. It's a very popular gym down in Melbourne.
Looks like an awesome gym. I'd be keen to go there when I'm down there next.
Got a very high arch and wide grip. Very efficient bench press.
She's actually the record holder in the weight class above, in the 57 kilo class. She has that record. I assume this is going to be record territory from here on out for her. Alrighty, so Sienna is going to come out next. Well, that was a good lift for Jess, by the way. Sienna coming out next with 117.5. Her best bench on the platform is 129.5. I know she was dealing with a little bit of a shoulder issue after Worlds last year. This is where we talk about being smart with where we need to show up and how hard we need to push. Sub-juniors, you're in it for a long time, hopefully, so we don't want to push too hard too quickly out of the gate. It seems her shoulder is doing better.
If I remember correctly, she had a sort of synced style bench press.
Yeah, a little bit more of a sink.
Looks like she's adjusted.
I think keeping it a bit softer was also part of the new rule change. So we recently had a rule shift in this federation where you're not allowed to heave with the chest to assist the bar to move. That is up to your own interpretation. I'm not going to mansplain that to anyone on this live stream. Alrighty, so we're going to go now to the second attempts on bench press. We're coming back around to Jessica Rumby. She's going for 57.5. So just a reminder, she's only 47 kilos. This is already above her body weight.
Yeah, so just keeping in mind, Jessica is in the battle for the 47s. Having a great day so far, looking to continue that with bench press.
Some of these lifters opting to get a handoff too. I think it helps some lifters. For me, it doesn't. This is a really nice attempt there. That is 3 white lights. So that was a great lift. She'll keep chipping away, but that's already above her best benching competition. So sky is the limit there. Nadira is going to come out next. So she is attempting 65 kilos. This is quite a big jump for a lighter female bencher.
Yeah, 7.5. Typically you see around that 5 kilo to 2.5 range. But with how her opener moved, this should be...
Yes, this is true. I'm playing catch up.
Very reasonable jump.
And the big blue plates on the platform too.
Decked out in the pink A7 suit.
it's really important that you have the right fit on the platform.
Oh, might have jinxed it, unfortunately.
She will get another chance at this, though.
Yeah, so this is kind of where the larger jumps, even with the opener moving well, 7.5 is quite a big jump for a female, like
Yeah.
we mentioned.
Something to remember too, although bench, we use our full body, it is a little bit more isolated than those squats and deads. So the bigger jumps are harder to come back from. Whereas when we have a bit of default setting on those squats and deads, there's a bit more of the body to use, I would say. But Jess coming out now. So Jess going for 65. She currently holds the bench record, which is 69 kilos flat. And they might be working up to chip towards that. I will say, seeing Jess on the board is awesome. Her past 2 comps, she has cut it really close with almost not making her bench and coming down to her 3rd attempt to just get in the competition. So it's really good to see her hard work coming together here. And that moved great.
Good press. 2-1, good lift.
2-1, good lift. So just the center referee calling her for elbow depth, which is essentially the referee's perception of making sure that the elbows are in line with that shoulder joint. But yeah, seeing Jess on the board is huge. So well done. We'll let you know if the jury intervenes with that one. Irene coming out now with 67.5. That's a 5 kilo jump from her opener. This will match her all-time best ever bench as well. Now, she came back from a little bit of a rocky start on the squat, which was actually overturned to a good lift. So she is currently 4 for 4. Opting for a mid-grip approach there too. A little bit of a different grip. Seems to work for her though. 3 white lights. And then next up we are going to have Aurelia with 70 kilos, which will match her all-time best bench in competition on her 2nd attempt.
Attempting 70 kilos.
And then we will have Misha, Maddie, Jess, and Sienna to close out the flight after this. Noticing a lot of no wrist wraps in this flight, which is interesting.
Yeah, it might be the new meta.
New meta, these kids, they're onto it. So lifters can choose to have that wrist support if they want to. I'd say with a more closer grip for some of these girls, they don't really need it. All right, Misha coming out now, 82.5. So this is someone who's also opted to jump 7.5.
Yeah, so another big jump.
I did see this opener. It was easy.
Yeah, also worth noting 5 kilos above her max as well.
Yeah.
All-time best at comp.
This is really important in that battle for the 52s here. Actually, I just realized she is the only 52, so she's battling herself in her own PRs.
Yeah, very solid lift there for Michelle. 3 white lights.
7.5 kilo jump, that's insane. Alrighty, so Maddie now coming out like we suspected, a national record. Going for 90 kilos, just weighing 52 kilos. This will be 5 kilos above her best comp bench.
Yeah, so we have her coach Aiden Potts watching from the crowd.
Big support here from Newcastle in general.
Oh,
Wow. Wow, that was really quick.
Yeah, so probably going to go for 95 on the second, but might even be good for 100 to be honest, based off that speed.
3 white lights there for Maddie. I'm actually going to quickly look up what the world record is for this sub-junior 52s.
Has to be getting close to that.
This is a world standard of lifting that you are seeing here from a couple of our lifters in this flight. And that world standards includes Jess, who has been on the international platform before. She is attempting a 102.5 kilos. This is insane amount of weight on the bench press.
Yeah, getting close to 2 times body weight bench press, which is crazy.
So she's using a full minute here, just getting the right position. She is an elite level bencher, so she's got her process to make sure she is locked in, ready to go.
Yeah. You can tell with just how efficient her setup is.
And that was great. That was a really clean attempt there for Jess.
So it definitely looks like she's good for the 2 times body weight bench press today, which is a huge milestone that I think only Abby Wallace has done in Australia before.
Yeah, I think that is the only bencher to do so for females.
Yeah.
Incredible bench.
Alrighty, so we are going to close out our flight now with Sienna, who is attempting 127.5. So she's jumped 10 kilos.
So she might be aiming to break her own national record here.
Yeah, I guess the shoulder is feeling better.
Looks very comfortable.
I did see a little bit of the hips move, but I don't know if the hips came off the bench there. Doesn't look like they did, which is great. So 3 white lights there for Sienna.
Yeah, so we might just be looking to chip that 129.5 on the third with a 130. But nonetheless, we're moving into our final round of bench for these ladies with Jessica Arambe up next. Opting for a 2.5 kilo jump with 60 kilos.
Okay, so I will say in the 52 kilo sub-junior division, the bench press world record is 110.
Wow.
From the country of Nauru, which if you know anything about Nauru, they just come out of the womb benching 100. That's what I've noticed about them. So, you know, Jess will be, Maddie will be on the hunt for that, I assume, very soon. But good to check these things. Maddie has opted to put in a 95 kilo bench press, I believe. But Jessica Arambe coming out now.
Just waiting for the start command. Very long start command here. Looks like it's just a bit too much.
Yeah, those like 2.5 kilo jumps at this body weight, it makes such a big difference. I don't think that was a wrong call there from coach at all. That's essentially doing what you can and what you're able to do without chips, which is the minimum jump. And really for those lightweight females, you kind of do have to kind of hit a heavy enough one on the second to give a chance to try and chip. Alrighty, next out we have Nadria. She is going for a reattempt here of 65 kilos. So it was just a little bit heavy on the chest on that second attempt. Like we mentioned, she did take a big jump. Sometimes you just need a little bit of a warm-up for that too. It wouldn't be weird for her to now have a feel for that in her hands and be able to press that now. She did just have a little bit of a wobble on the chest, but we'll see if the referees count that as downward motion. They haven't, which is awesome. So you got a good redemption on that. Like I said, sometimes you just need to feel that weight in the hands to be able to know what needs to be done, essentially. That's why we warm up in the first place as well.
Yeah, so as expected, Jess Lee is coming up with 69.5, chipping her own national bench record here on the third.
Jess also just competed at Open Nationals too, so that was quite a short turnaround from mid-February to now mid-April. Just one prep, really. Just a bit of continuation on that. But like I mentioned, she has switched a lot of bench momentum here, coming from the last 2 meets where she was unsuccessful until her third attempt, now coming in with full steam ahead, going for that national record. Then after Jess, we have Arini, Aurelia, and Misha. Unfortunately, it's a smidge bit too heavy there for Jess, but she did give it a good crack.
Next we have Nari attempting 72.5
Alrighty.
kilos.
Urini coming out now, 72.5. So consistent now, taking 5 kilo jumps here again. I think this is a smart plan. Plenty of room on her second attempt from what we saw. And we have 2 national records coming up in this flight that these girls are going to attempt. So stay tuned for those. Really good attempt there. I think that's exactly what you want to see. Sometimes it's there till it's not. So even though it moved with a little bit of room, who knows what 2.5 more would have done. 3 for 3 on the bench there, which is awesome to see. Aurelia now coming out, 75 kilos bar is loaded for her. Jumping 5 as well, so consistent 5 kilo jumps here for the past 2 lifters.
Plenty of support in the crowd for Aurelia here.
I believe also coming out of Hunter Performance. Perfect attempt selection there.
Very solid third.
3 white lights.
White lights, good lift.
So she is the only lifter in the 76 class, so she really is in a battle with herself today, but she's
Bars loaded.
really pushing past her all-time best attempts. We have Misha coming out now, 85, so jumping 2.5, that minimum, after a pretty monstrous 7.5 kilo jump. So see how that averages out for her here. She shocked us with that second though. It was easier than we thought.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely had room there. So oh, very good push.
Right, perfect plan there, I would say, from
Three
coach
white
and
lights,
client.
good third attempt.
3 white lights.
No more changes for next flight's openers.
All right, now coming up, we have a few record attempts. Starting off with Maddie
Bars
Harper.
loaded for Maddie.
No,
Extending
national
her
record.
national record
So
at
again,
this point.
this is just going to close in on her total. She missed up on a few kilos on the squat, definitely not from strength, but she will be looking to make up some kilos for the total here. Just keeping in mind, Maddie weighs 52 kilos, and this is almost 100 kilos. 2 plates in the bro standard. I think
Yeah.
she should just load the 100, if I'm being honest. I just want to see it.
Load it in the warm-up room.
Maddie again.
3 white lights.
National record, easily.
Well done, Maddie. That was a really good lift.
National record secured for Maddie.
Jessica
All right, so
Lou
Jessica Lou has opted to take 2.5 kilos from 102 to 105. I think this is a smart attempt too.
Surprised this isn't a record.
Yeah, well, she wouldn't be able to as a guest.
Oh,
lifter,
yeah,
so
that's true.
it may be a record.
Yeah.
We can double check that information too. But yeah, Jess coming out for 105. This will match her all-time best ever bench. And keeping in mind, like we mentioned, she has cut a fair amount of weight for her past few competitions, and she is at all-time strength. So these are not easy weight cuts that these athletes have to do to get down. Wow. Would love to see her load the blue, I reckon.
Good lift.
Yeah,
That
great.
actually moved. The touch point was a little bit better than the 102, I think. She did get called 2-1 for depth.
It looks like, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see if the jury intervenes, but it was consistent with her second, so I don't think they will. They just gave the thumbs up, so Jess is all good there. 105 in the books for her. And then closing out this female flight is going to be Sienna, going for another national record, 131 kilos.
successful.
This is an insane amount of weight. We are just making sure actually that the
Uprights are the safeties.
yes, the safeties are the right height.
Yeah. It's just taking some time to compose herself and getting ready.
So the clock will restart. She doesn't lose any time.
So this will be an all-time PR for her,
New national
and
record.
also a national record.
And mogging a lot of people in this room, including us.
Let's see how she goes. Very easy.
She did punch through that. I want to see if she was able to get depth, and the referees say 3 white lights there.
A new national record for Sienna. Congratulations.
Alrighty, so we are going to bring it back around to our men's flight here now. So reminder, this is our 66 junior battle session and our 83 sub junior battle session. Kicking us off is going to be Logan with 100 kilos even. It's going to be the lightest attempt you see here in this flight. And we also have a national record in the opening attempts in this flight too. That'll be our last lifter coming out. I'll save it for a surprise. After Logan will be Daniel, Jaden, and Cyril. Move like a warm-up. Move the way you'd want to see an opening attempt move.
3 white lights. Daniel next with 102.5 kilos.
All right, Daniel going to come out next. 112. Oh, sorry, 102.5, I should say, sorry. His best bench is 112. My apologies. Now, Daniel, as it stands, is currently in 8th place on his subtotal, but he is forecasted in 5th. Very possible for him to climb up the ranks here if he keeps chipping away, and that was a very easy attempt to be able to make some moves.
Easy open for Daniel.
3 white lights there for Daniel. That was a good lift.
5 kilos.
Next up, we have Jaden coming out 107.5,
Bars loaded.
and the bar is loaded for him. Taking his time here to set up. Also, one of the few lifters I've seen this session wearing a belt while benching too. So everyone's going to have their different approach, what they want to use for benching. Are you a belt bencher?
Nah, I tried it.
Didn't like it.
Yeah.
Easy attempt there for Jaden. 3 white lights.
Easy opener. Good lift.
I think a lot of the advantages for a belt for some lifters, it actually helps them keep their hips down on the bench. Also helps with their brace as well. So bar is now loaded for Cyril coming out 107.5.
107.
This is 7.5 off his best bench in comp.
Yeah, so Cyril has had a great squat session so far.
And again, there's not much separating, I would say, 3rd from 6th or 7th in this 66 battle. Like, it really is only 30-ish kilos across the board, and that's a lot of lifters between there too. But he makes light work of that. That looks like a warm-up for him there.
Dion attempting the same weight.
So Dion's going to come out with the exact same weight, 107.5. Dion is actually just in front of Cyril right now, so funny that they get to go after each other and see what they're doing. This is only 2.5 shy of his best ever. Well, his last comp, which was his first comp. Considering that's only 2.5 off his best, it moved really well. He did get a yellow there. It was his heel lifted up off
Ref
the
is
ground.
signaling. I'm not sure what the ref just told Dion, but
He was signaling down to his foot, so it could have been the foot moving excessively or the heel slightly lifted off the ground there. We will keep an eye out for it on the second. But we have Manta coming out now with one of the biggest crowds here, I would say, in this session, screaming behind us. 110 kilos, only 2.5 off his best also. Many lifters here, this is their first national second competition ever. So Manta having a blinder of a squat session. Something I don't think we mentioned in that too was his third squat was actually overturned to a good lift. There was a lot of action happening at the same time as that. So he's actually on 4 for 4 with that attempt. That was 3 white lights. Good lift for him. Now, William coming out now, who had a big redemption on his squat. Getting his third to stay in the competition. He is now going to attempt 112.5. Must be nice getting the support system and Michael Rand helping you out for your bench. Just one of the strongest 120, 105s in Australia.
very smooth. Bit of a longer pause.
Yeah, he just dropped a little bit quick, so the referees will always, this is the rule that I interpret to viewers at home, is that they're always looking for control. So if you see something move quickly or it's wobbling about, the referees are also seeing that and they're making sure that everything is still and in control. That goes for the start of the lift, the middle of the lift, the end of the lift. So Will is going to come out now. That was a good lift for William Dragsund, but now William Quinn is going to come out with the same weight, 112.5.
So Will has had a great day so far. Currently forecasted third. So actually pulled ahead of David during the squat session.
Yeah, just with how that squat turned out on the third. It is well under Will's bench. I do believe he's been battling some injuries though. There could be some big jumps here though. He's in a bigger weight class now.
Very easy. Might be good for a 10 kilo jump, even.
Yeah, he's got his work cut out for him because David has the bigger bench. And when I say bigger, I mean national record on the opening bigger.
Yeah.
So this is where I guess what we mentioned, Will nailing that third squat, taking what was there on the day. That is going to become so important in this battle now. And they will go back and forth because Will has the bigger deadlift, David has the bigger bench. So there is going to be a lot of back and forth between those two to try and secure that platform.
Yeah, so we've got Dwayne up now, 120. Currently forecasted in second.
Had an absolute blinder on his squats.
Has made massive progress judging from his squats. And looks like with his opener, he's only 2.5 below his bench. So it might be the same thing for bench as well.
Wow. Just moving just as fast as the squats, I'd say.
Man, what are these sub-juniors eating nowadays?
I don't know, man. When you find out, just let me know, because I haven't been as strong since I was a sub-junior. Alrighty, Cody going to come out next with 125 kilos. So this is a 7.5 kilo PR for Cody on the opener. I do think, yeah, he was in a lighter weight class last year when I handled him, so seeing him come up here, huge testament to the effort him and Coach Kirby have been putting in. Coming out of zero in Geelong, I know they'll be watching right now at home. Also repping the third shirt, which I should mention is one of our sponsors for this meet. All our best lifters will be getting a prize pack looked after by thirds. Was he a Formula One driver there, or did he jump that command?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just jumped it.
Unfortunately, he is not a Formula One driver, and his reaction time was too quick. But he will get another attempt at that. I guess the thing is, like, with that, do you now go up? Because there's still people chasing him. That is the thing. So he is well in second, but if he was to just stay conservative, does that then open the door for third and fourth to really start making bigger jumps and bigger changes, especially knowing that David has a big bench coming up too?
Yeah, it'll be definitely an interesting conversation between him and the coach.
It was definitely not a strength issue by any means.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing, I look at least when making the choice of going up or repeating.
I think seeing that we're both the same level of national coaches here and the experience that we have too, I would be more inclined to always go up at nationals knowing that situation. At a local comp, I think it's a little bit more important to get in when you can.
Oh,
there was a foot slip, yeah. So unfortunately the foot did move. We should see this on the replay. You can see the right foot is about to slip out here. And so because of that, the referees do have to give a red.
Got Alan coming up next. Just took the national squat record, so having a great day so far.
135 kilos.
Keep in mind, 135 for a 66 is a massive bench. But we got an even bigger bench with David following this.
We have Caleb and then David too. Light work on that. Referees gave him 3 white lights, so no doubt on that one there. Caleb will attempt the same weight in the 83 kilo sub-junior division. And then our flight will round out with a national record attempt from David.
Caleb attempting the same weight.
Yeah, so Caleb's currently forecasted in third, actually quite ahead of fourth. So just looking to pretty much make every lift, try to secure his placing, and maybe even push to second by building up his total.
So Cody has opted to go up 5 kilos, which is probably just a conservative jump for them based on the speed of that opener too. I think that's a smart play there.
Yeah, so what's interesting is Alan jumped to 142.5. Not chipping the record probably because he knows David is going to chip it either way. But this bench is absolutely massive for David. I'm very keen to see where he ends up if this is his actual opener, because his best bench is 142.5. So must have had some crazy training momentum with bench lately to be opening at this weight.
The national record attempt. Wow. Wow. That was insane speed. 3 white lights there. So that is a national record taken on the opening attempt. That is going to mean a lot now, and especially seeing how easy that was, it'll put the pressure back on Will, who's currently forecasted in third. Once Davin puts in his second attempt, we'll run you through the scenarios. But we are going to go back to the first lifter now in this flight for our second attempt bench, Logan.
Bars loaded.
And so good predicting there from Alan as well. It saves him from being bumped up if there was any changes there, because if they did put in a record attempt, it would get automatically shifted. So Coach Vin playing the day very well there. David going 145.5, so opting to jump 5 kilos. And that's going to forecast him still in fourth. So if Will is successful, Will's got a bit of a lead from that squat, so 10 kilo lead based on forecasted there. All right, Logan. That will be 3 white lights. Good lift there. Really clean press there through the middle. There's definitely a little bit of room on that.
All right, we got Daniel coming up next, 110. Coming up near his all-time bench BR. Just 2.5 under at the moment.
just tell he's got deadlift arms though.
Yeah, got
No,
some
long arms.
very big, very long distance for the bar to travel down. But also it looks like he's got a quite efficient setup with a relatively high arch. So eliminates some of that range.
Very easy.
Easy second for him.
Three whites.
Good lift.
Good lift.
Next up we have Dion with 100.
Okay, so Dion's going to come out next, 112.5, which will match. Well, waiting for something to update here, actually. So that'll chip his all-time best in his last competition, which was 110.
Bars loaded.
After Dion, we will have Jaden, and then Cyril and Manta.
Well, it looks very close to the hooks here.
He did smack him.
Yeah, but very smooth bench press. 3 white lights.
So you are allowed to hit the hooks, you just can't have the bar resting onto them. So if at any point the referees deem that the bar was used to help the push-up of the assistance of the bar, sorry, the rack was used to help the push-up and assistance of the bar, then they will deem that as a no lift. But you're allowed to clip them. I will say for some lifters who train on different benches, when they get to a combo, it changes their slide and their setup distance. You mentioned he was from wellness department as well.
Yeah, we have some very odd benches at wellness department, very uneven.
Even just the size of the hooks, though, makes such a big difference to that slide and setup.
Yeah.
All right, so Jaden coming out now. He is attempting 115, which will match his all-time best.
Yeah, so Jaden's still in the running for the podium. Just
Yes.
needs to make sure he makes all these benches. And he does with his second. Very comfortable.
He's definitely got his work cut out for him with making up some of the kilos on that squat, but it's, yeah, like you said, it's not impossible. He's just got to make lifts from here on out. I'm sure Coach Hugo is scheming something. All right, Cyril will be out next. He's going to attempt 115. This is 2.5 over what he did in his qualifying competition. The referee just holding him, the technical controller, at the door there just because we have to adjust those wrist straps. So the lifters are all assessed to make sure they're having fair conditions here. We don't want the wrist straps too high up. That's actually not allowed in competition. So everything is fair here. Lifting at the national level, it is different for all these guys to training. There's a little bit of work. There's probably not too much left on that. It was 3 white lights though.
3 white lights, good lift.
Yeah, so just probably looking to make a 2.5 kilo jump to
I think that would be the smart play.
Next up we have Manta going 100.
All right, so Manta will come out next, and he is attempting 117, which is 5 over his last comp, which was his first comp. He's loving it out here. He's having a good time. I think every attempt he's come out smiling. Big I love powerlifting moments.
Love to see it. Bit of a fight, but he gets it up. See what the refs say.
So it was a 5 kilo PR attempt, and it was a 7.5 kilo jump there too. And yeah, look, I would say 2.5, it's probably all you would typically go for there, but it'll be a big effort for him to take the most of that bench. Now, William is going to come out for 120, which will match his all-time best bench in competition.
He punches the bar actually, maybe to get the wrists ready.
New strat. I've seen lifters do it after they finish, and I
Yeah.
just think like, oh, you've still got a deadlift. My hands would hurt, man.
Got a very close grip. He pushes through, still fighting through it. He gets it up.
We'll see on the replay. We'll see if his hips stayed down. They actually look like they did. So 2-1 on that.
Yeah, so this is another interesting one. Not sure how much he has left. Probably just a good idea to try for 2.5, but that was already a big fight, so
Yeah.
see what happens on the third.
Alrighty, William Quinn coming out now, 120. So he took a 7.5 kilo jump. I think they are just going to play conservative here because they're taking bigger jumps than what David is already anyway. So, I mean, as long as you're in line with those jumps and knowing that Will's got the bigger pull, you do just have to really be conservative. This is not the lift that he needs to show up on. It's the lift that he needs to execute on.
Yeah, so with big deadlifts, is usually want to make sure you hit all your bench attempts.
Yeah.
Just so you don't have to make up too much ground with the deadlifts.
Yeah. It's good to have a big pull, but you don't want to have to resort to it. I think there's 5 on there. I think a safe attempt will probably be 125 to finish off.
2-1, good lift.
It was 2-1. His feet were moving. So again, the lifters, we're looking for stable touch points. We're looking for the feet in contact, the hips in contact, and the hands in contact. If any of those deviate, also the head, if any of those deviate, then the referees will be looking for them to deduct them. But Evans coming out now, 127.5. So he's looking to get on the board here. He needs this to get on the board, stay in the competition. He's forecasted in front of this sub-junior 83 kilo race, and he had an absolute blinder squat showing, so his foot just slipped on the last one.
Yeah, so we'll see if he adjusts his feet position because he's got a quite forward feet position.
Oh. He did just like instinctively dip there when she said start. I don't know if they'll call that for
might be
downward
some
motion.
downwards motion. Yeah, so 2
Yes.
red lights. So this one will be interesting because he's currently missed both his attempts. Has one last go at it. Most likely we'll just repeat that one.
Yeah, I think given the situation now, 2 with the back against the wall, I would just repeat that because that's all you really need to keep your lead there. But Cody coming out now, so another person that needs to get on the board here, our forecasted second place right now in this 66 kilo battle. If he is not successful with this, it will really now give Will and David a chance to push as well. But again, he only missed by jumping the calls here. It was definitely was not a strength issue. That was better. Mate, you just gotta listen. 3 white lights.
Yeah, so Cody's on the board now, which is great. Just to solidify his total, he's currently still forecasted in second.
All right, Dwayne now coming out now, bar loaded.
So this is actually very interesting because Dwayne's made up a lot of ground. Right now he's currently forecasted in second. But keep in mind, Evan still has to make all his bench attempts. But this will be very important for Dwayne, and this will give him a big advantage and put the pressure on Evan to execute for his third bench.
Considering that Dwayne will then, you know, inside here take a bigger jump for the third, he would potentially be looking to match Evan on that opening and then keep that lead into deads.
Very shaky, but looks completely fine.
I actually think that was a little bit more controlled than his opener. Like you mentioned, he got held for a little bit longer there, just coming down quickly. So I bet your coach was just like, slow it down a little bit so we can get those calls quicker.
Next up is Alan attempting
All right,
national record.
we have a national record attempt
142.5 kilos.
to clap back at David. 142.5, so not a chip here, just kind of anticipating that a bigger bench was going to come because it would round up or down, which could change their strategy for the day. So this will put him in contention, though, to take an accurate chip on the third. Yeah, last thing you want is to be rounded down in a tight battle.
Very comfortable.
Moved well for a national record too. 3 white
And
lights.
that's a
good
national
lift.
record for Alan. Potentially looking to take a chip on the third.
Look, it'll be dependent on what Davin does, obviously, but I wouldn't think that 150 based off that is outlandish.
For sure.
He's got the opportunity to do the 0.5 increments now, so
Yeah, that will definitely need to make sure it's a lift that Alan can 100% hit.
yes.
In the case that Davin does miss for his third.
So Caleb's going to come out with 142.5. He's jumping 7.5 from his opening attempt.
Okay, so Alan has elected to go to 147 for his third.
Davin next, attempting another national
We have
record, taking
Davin
it
up
back.
next with 145.5. Another national record. Absolutely huge bench for a 66 junior. Davin's currently forecasted in fourth, behind William Kin. This bench will be very important to add to his total in order to catch up to William leading into deadlifts. Bit of a wobbly pause, but got it up in the end.
Let's see if the hip stayed down on that one. He was really shaky.
Lights, taking back his
Yeah, there
record.
can be leg and hip movement as long as the contact with the bench remains the same. But that is a national record. So 3 white lights on that. We are now into our third and final attempt for bench in this flight.
What's actually very interesting, and I want to hear your thoughts on this, Beth, is Vin's actually handling both Alan and Davin, and I'm not sure if this actually affects his decision-making at all, if there's any bias, whether it's actually wise to handle 2 people in a battle.
I think if I was in Vin's position, I'm separating the records from the battles themselves. They're both in different places. And I assume Alan has a different goal here, being the front runner and being quite comfortably in the lead. Like looking at the forecasted, I don't see him not coming first today. And so I think in Davin's case, he needs to focus on maximizing against Will. And I think that would be where Vin's head is at too, going into those decision-making processes. So I think you just treat it for what it is and you let the barbell decide, especially when you're versing your own brain to make those decisions.
Yeah.
But Logan with the grind of the day so far.
He actually got stuck under the hook for a fraction of a second. Oh,
They have deemed it 2-1 there. So it was deemed as resting onto the hook there, unfortunately.
so what's actually interesting here is for Davin's third attempt, he's put the same weight as Alan, anticipating that obviously if Alan hits it, he gets automatically bumped up, which is a very smart play
115
to secure
kilos,
that
Daniel.
record.
Yeah, and I think also knowing how that attempt moved for Davin, I actually think that is the attempt that they should go to anyway. Just having the lot number after Alan, I guess, is the advantage that you know it's just going to be that 0.5 increment.
But we have Daniel coming up now with 115, which is a 2.5 kilo PR. Very high arch and efficient setup here.
That was really easy.
Great play from
3 white lights.
Coach Victor here, securing all 3 bench attempts to get him confident going into pulls and prepare for a heavy final deadlift.
Bars loaded for Dion.
Alrighty, so Dion's going to come out now.
Daniel,
He is going
115.
for 115, which will be a 5 kilo improvement from his qualifying competition. After Dion, we have Manta, Cyril, and William coming out. And as predicted for those next 3 as well, it was the minimum jump of 2.5. Wow, that was a really nice attempt there from Dion. Oh, unfortunately, 2-1. His hips lifted up a little bit.
I think the center ref is referring to his feet, so might have been a bit of a heel lift. But the jury is having a look at that one. They have all the angles around the actual bench.
And that is also thanks to Chris from Strength Stream Productions holding it down for us all weekend. So we have Manta coming out now. He's going for 120, which is going to be 7.5 above his last comp, his only comp that he's done. But this was a lot of work on his second, so this was the minimum that he could take. I expect this will need a bit of a fight. He definitely has a lot of showing support here, so I think they will be cheering him on right now.
Very big fight. Oh, manages to keep pushing here.
Oh. Just lost that right side, unfortunately. It just looked like that right elbow went a bit wider. And once you lose that elbow under the bar, it is so hard to come back from that. You essentially just move the muscle out from pressing.
Yeah.
But good fight. He knew what he had to do on that one. He had to give it everything.
All right. Cyril coming up next. Great day so far. 5 out of 5. Looking to end on.
Well, actually, we thought he was going to take 2.5, but he's jumped 5.
Wow.
So confident in their ability here. I do think, though, on his second attempt, he was messed around by having to redo the wrist straps. That can have an effect. You know, sometimes lifters have their systems to come out here. Another thing to consider is that a lot of these lifters will be using some of these benches to qualify for bench nationals. So sometimes there's certain numbers that lifters want to hit. Oh, he's good for it. Good attempt there by Mr. ZT. 3 white lights. I love nothing more than when lifters prove us wrong anyway. We love to see that. Alrighty, so we have William Dragson coming out next. He's going for a 122.5, so that minimum jump there. Oh, he's skipping that. So that is actually a really smart call, I guess, from coach and lifter there to just conserve energy. It was a really hard attempt on the second, and you don't actually have to take your second attempt, or any of your attempts you don't have to take. And that's just going to conserve some energy. That's going to give Will a bit of time to refeed, recover, and go into deads. We will take a full minute here. Spotters and loaders are going to have a bit of a stretch up on the platform here, as you can see on screen, Toby and Will just off screen as well. We'll take a chance to thank our sponsors for this meet. So City Strength for making this meet possible. Also for sponsoring our prizes is Thirds, who are also covering the media for this meet too. So if you're a lifter at this meet, contact Thirds for your media needs. And of course, thank you to all the volunteers, spotters, loaders, referees, everyone that makes this possible. Jaden Chan is waiting to come out. And that is going to bring us now to his attempt. So we'll get the bar ready for him. Nice little minute breather for everyone there. So Jaden is going for 122.5. This will be a chip on his all-time bench in competition.
Bars loaded. Jaden attempting 122.5 kilos.
So yeah, we have the back-to-back records coming up very, very soon in this flight, as well as Evan needing to get on the board. It's very exciting end to this flight of bench coming up in a few seconds. Jaden just looking to secure this PR here on the bench.
Yeah, this will be a huge 7.5 kilogram PR for him. Getting hold for quite a bit. Yeah, I think that star command just really fatigued him a bit too much there.
Next up, we have William.
Okay, so next up, William. They've gone exactly what I predicted, 5 kilos, the conservative play here. Like we mentioned, Will is not in a position to chase on the bench press. He just needs to execute. It's just going to save him kilos at the end of the day. So he is fighting off Davin, who is attempting a national bench record later in this flight. Currently forecasted in third, only separated by 13 kilos.
Also chasing Cody, actually, 20 kilos ahead.
Yes.
So this will put pressure on Cody as well to make his third attempt, since he's benching after him.
I will say him and Cody are similar pull leverages and pull strength, so It will be a little bit hard for him to chase from here, especially if Cody is successful on his third. But Will nails that. Let's see what the referees say. Waiting for their decision. Three white lights. Perfect play there for him. He's done everything he can now to put himself in the best position come deads. I really think that he didn't gas himself out too much on those attempts.
Right, so this is a massive moment for Evan. He's missed both his first 2 attempts, so this is aiming to keep him in the meet. And this is very big for him because he's actually the front runner for the 83s. So a lot of his competitors will be watching closely with his attempt.
Everyone back at home watching him right now, we want to hear support through this stream. Smart attempt here just to stay the same weight, just get it on the board.
We want Evan to make this. He knows what he needs to do. Gets it up. We'll see what the refs say.
Let's see what they say. That is such a tricky situation to be
Really
in.
white lights.
And he handles the pressure of that like anyone who's done multiple competitions. This is only his 3rd comp ever. Well done, Evan. So now, back in the race,
Cody,
back in the battle.
bars loaded.
All right, Cody's going to come out 135, so jumping 5 from that opener. So I guess maybe seeing these jumps now, I guess Cody did his intended jump on that, missing that opener and then going to 130 on the second, taking another 5 kilo jump here to his 3rd. So this will give him a 20 kilo lead over Will, which will make him pretty hard to catch considering they have similar pools. But if he's unsuccessful here, it does mean that that 2nd place is probably going to be up for grabs, up for a bit of a chase.
Very nice bench from
Makes
Cody.
really comfortable work with that, to be honest. It is meant to be hard, so it was good to see a bit of a grind there. 3 white lights. Good lift there for Cody. So that, yeah, that really helps him in that securing 2nd place there. Like we mentioned, first is like really a front runner here with Alan. I can't see too much happening in the means of that. But Dwayne coming out now, who's having an insane day of lifting. And like you mentioned, slowly creeping up in these ranks on the 83 kilo fight.
Yeah, so currently forecasted in 2nd, only 5 kilos behind Evan. So
And this is a 12 kilo PR attempt too.
yeah, this bench will be huge for Dwayne here. Just needs to execute. Bit of a longer pausey, but he fights through it and gets it to the top.
His right side did lag a little bit. I don't think there was any downward movement, and there wasn't. Well, 2-1 actually, there might have been a little bit. So we will see what the jury does. We'll keep you in the loop. Jury's actually been quite inactive this session. They've agreed with the calls that the referees have made on the platform.
Yeah, so having a look at it at the moment, so we'll keep you guys updated on what happens. But we got Alan coming up next with another national bench record attempt at 147.
So what will happen here is if Alan is successful, Davin's attempt will automatically go up to 147.5. If Alan is unsuccessful, the attempt will remain the same. And this was decided by their lot number, which is a randomly assigned number that they're given to help them weigh in order, which is made at the start of the meet for all our lifters. So national record attempt, 147 kilos. I think this was quite conservative given the 2nd, but we'll see. Like we've mentioned before, the 7 jumps are still quite big.
Yeah, his best benching competition is 150, so he should be well capable of this weight. And he presses up, no problem.
That was really comfortable. Very interesting unrack with the toes off the ground. I've never seen that before in my life. So now that bar is going to get chipped up to 147.5. What I think will be interesting here, and I guess maybe something I would have thought about in this battle, is maybe preempting that you might need a chip over Will in this tight battle for 2nd and 3rd. Now you're kind of at a round number and you've lost some of that advantage you might have had with a chip. So
Yeah, that is an interesting point.
maybe in hindsight what I would have done here is probably like a 148. If you're in ballpark range of making that, knowing that it was going to get bumped up anyway in best case scenario, I think I would have leaned into taking the chip and knowing that you had that for the tight battle.
Oh,
And
okay.
unfortunately,
A bit too much for today.
yeah, a little bit too heavy there in that case anyway.
That makes Alan a national bench record holder.
So Alan actually comes out with a national record. This puts David a bit behind,
150 kilos.
which I'm sure he'll make up some ground, but this will be interesting now, going into deadlifts.
Yeah. Like, David has work cut out for him going into the deads there, but we'll see how that all plays out. But yeah, I think, yeah, it's a tricky spot for Vin to be into. I guess that's why he has a coach there with him as well, helping him out, like, just to make sure the decisions are in the best interest of everyone. But usually in those cases, you have conversations with your lifters. They know exactly what they want out of this meet. You just execute that plan for them.
We have Caleb, the last bencher of the flight, 150 kilos for Caleb. And he gets it up with ease.
That is 3 white lights there for Caleb.
That rounds out the flight for bench. We're going to take a 10-minute break going into deadlifts, so we'll see you back here.
7 minutes to change openers.
final lift is the deadlift. This is an exciting lift to watch, and the competition lead may change several times throughout. To perform a deadlift, the bar is simply lifted straight from the ground. Once complete, the athlete receives the down command, returning the bar to the floor. A good lift is awarded where knees, hips, and shoulders are locked. There was no downward movement of the bar. The thighs did not support the bar during the lift. The bar remained in the hands until it is in contact with the platform. Pay particular attention to ambitious attempt selections during this lift, as athletes and handlers push their total to secure their placing in the competition.
All right, welcome back, guys. Going into deadlifts now with the female sub-junior flight first. Had a massive bench session with a lot of records being broken, and it'll be an exciting finish to the day as well with deadlifts. Just waiting for the platform crew to get ready, and then we have Aurelia coming out as the first lifter of the flight with 127.5. I think just a misload.
Bar is loaded.
The bar is loaded again. A very smooth first attempt for Aurelia here.
Easy opener. 3 white lights, good lift. Jessica up next with 130 kilos.
So already lined up, we have 2 record totals that will happen in the first attempts. And then hopefully we will also see some national record deadlifts fall in this session too. Having a crazy day so far, Jessica Arambi. She is currently in second against Jess Lee. Forecasted separated by, I think, just on 22.5 kilos, my quick maths. It should be 23 with a chip.
Good opener.
But 3 white lights there for her, so she is on the board for deads.
Yeah, the two Jesses having a back and forth battle so far, with Jessica Lee just ahead right now. She is also pulling behind Jessica Arambi, so that gives her a bit of an advantage.
Might have been the intentional play there to open a little bit heavier to see what's happening. When you're in one of those tight battles, you just want to make sure that you've got all the advantage you can. You can see exactly what they put in for their next attempt. You can make your decision based off that. Just really takes the pressure off the coaching side of things.
Yeah, also has an Apple Watch on. Feel like it would be distracting for me, but
I can't train with the watch.
yeah, must have gotten used to it over the years of training with it. Very smooth first attempt for Jessica Lee.
Speedy opener.
That was really
White
quick.
lights, good lift.
So it really puts her up for fighting off Jessica Arambi for second. They've nominated to go 137.5. But Jess is yet to put in her second, so she'll be looking to maintain that lead.
Yeah, so probably expecting her to go either matching or just going slightly above, so 140 for her second attempt.
Yeah. So
Bars loaded.
Nadia is coming out next. She is attempting 137.5. Now, she actually made up a lot of kilos on her third bench attempt, securing in that bench after missing it on her second. And she looks like she's on the board now. We'll see what the referees say. I don't think there'll be too many issues with that.
3 white lights, good
3
lift.
white lights. And then for those at home, what we're looking for here is that the lifter is in control of the bar. They don't dip down on the way up, and they don't drop it when they get to the top. You just want to look like you're in control and look strong when you're lifting. You don't want to look like the shoulders are pulled forward or too shaky or the knees and hips are too soft or anything like that. Irene coming out now. She's going for 140 as an opener. Really nice attempt there.
Amazing opener. What did the coaches say? 3 white lights.
3
good
white
lift.
lights. She well and truly shook off those comp nerves from that opening squat. She's having an amazing day so far. Coach Chris in her corner. Jess Lou now coming out.
Bars loaded.
147.5.
147 for Jessica.
Jess also having an amazing day so far. She is 6 for 6 right now. Looking to finish off the day strong with deads. little bit of a speed wobble at the top there. So we'll have a look at the replay here. What you'll notice is she almost locked out so quickly that she just lost control,
Deadlift 2-1.
and then that dipped forward a little bit. So yeah, well, she'll have another chance to come out for that. It's one of those situations. She is not currently in a battle, so do just kind of have fun with it at this point is kind of where I'm looking at that.
Yeah, for sure.
Total
And Maddie's
record.
coming out here now, so her best dead in competition is 158. Correct me if I'm wrong, I saw a video of her pulling 180.
Yeah,
So
which is absolutely nuts.
she is opening just shy of that record. 150.
Already a record total if she gets this,
Yes.
which is crazy on the opener.
Show me the 80, Maddie. I want to see it. Show me that 180.
Absolutely insane. We have another record total coming up with Misha with 155 kilos.
Bars loaded.
So Misha Lone Wolf in the 52
Misha for
junior division.
155, taking the national record. Maddie just
This
said.
is the first nationals competition already taking the national record.
One thing I will say is I know Maddie is a lighter weight, but she is pacing above Maddie here, who is a world-class athlete. So this is a huge compliment to her abilities. She's on the board, I believe. That looked like a really good attempt.
Amazing lift. Douglas said.
3 white lights. So yeah, that's what I'd be looking at in this situation. It's your first nationals. You don't really have anyone else in your weight class, and you're already lifting in line with, you know, some of the younger divisions. They're top lifters too, so that's a huge compliment there. Rounding off the flight with Sienna, she's going to attempt 195 kilos.
195
Having an
kilos.
insane day of lifting so far. 6 for 6.
Very smooth from Sienna.
That was a really nice attempt. Like, Sienna's put a lot of work into that deadlift to clean that up. I know that was one of the issues that they were having in competition. Just that lockout can get a little bit tricky for her. But 3 white lights, that means that she has put in the work. All right, so we're going to come back around to our second attempt here. Jessica Arambi coming out 137.5. Jess has actually opted to put 142 as her second, which will really just get her out of reach. So this will give Jessica Arambi 305 if she is successful. So breaking that 300 kilo total barrier on a second attempt deadlift. Our spotters and loaders just making sure the bar is clean. We'll do this at the start of every round and then for every third attempt as well. Just got to get the hips through. She did a really good job of locking that out there.
3 white lights.
It was definitely close to her max for the day. I don't know how much more is really there for her to push through, but sometimes people find that demon mode on that third attempt.
Yeah, so it'll be very important for Jess to get this
Yeah.
because Jessica, if Jessica Lee doesn't get this, then it actually gives Jessica Arambe a good chance to try to catch up. But we got Aurelia up first with 140 kilos.
So Jessica Arambi will have to put well, she's nominated to put 140, so just 2.5. So you have the chance to change that based on what's happening. But if Jessica Lee is successful, she will have to put 150, I believe. But therefore, Ariella, that is a 3 white lights good lift. So Jessica Lee now coming out, as we mentioned. So this will be pretty much the decider in my mind on how the 47 stands with this second attempt.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think the 47 record has been broken in a while, so this will be good to see from Jessica Lee as well. I think she's been competing for a while now.
Okay.
She holds that really well too.
That should be a clean lift. 3
Yeah,
white
white
lights
lights, good
from the
lift.
judges. And I do think, like you said, Beth, this does put her out of reach from Jessica Rambe now.
Yeah.
So Jessica Rambe probably just looking to end the day off with a made third deadlift.
I would also suspect that Jessica Rumby's goal might have been to break that 300 kilo barrier, which she's already done as well in this case. But yeah, it would take a bit of a miracle pull. I think 152.5 just to beat Jess currently, but then Jess is always going to pull after as well. So yeah, we'll see how that stands anyway. Nadira coming out now 145, so jumping 7.5. I think that was a really good attempt there. There's still a bit of room on that.
So fast. 3 white lights, good lift.
And then next up, we're going to have Irini coming out 155. Having a great day so far. 7 for 7. She's actually in very close territory to break that 400 kilo barrier today, depending on how this moves. This will give her 387.5 kilo total. She's just got to get those hips through, which she does.
What did the judges say?
Bit of emoting through that.
2-1, good lift.
So the blue light there is actually for the bar resting on her thighs at the lockout, but we'll see what the jury says. We'll keep you posted if there is any changes.
Jessica.
Now the bar is loaded for Jessica Liu coming out now 160. So what I mentioned to you, they just opted to go up here, right? Like have a bit of fun with the day. And considering that she actually got a speed wobble because she was moving that bar too quick, it gives you all the signs to be confident to increase that bar weight. So this will be 7.5 kilos shy of her best ever deadlift in a heavier weight class too. This is a phenomenal performance here by Jess today.
Oh, a bit of another wobble.
Walk it out.
I think it looked like she almost like vomited. Because she
Yeah.
covered, yeah. But we'll see what happens for the third. I think Victor's kind of thinking about what to do here. This does put her in a tricky position. But again, she doesn't really have much to lose because she is a guest lifter.
Total and deadlift record.
What I will say, I guess if she's gone through a bit of a big weight cut too, like you mentioned, that sign of indigestion or vomiting, it's hard to brace, it's hard to build pressure. You know, there is some background to what is happening here, but again, she's got one more chance to come out. The strength is very clearly there, and we'd love to see her get that and finish off the day.
Yeah, we got Maddie Harper coming up next. Another, obviously, record total already broken, but now she's going for the actual deadlift record at 163. Just getting a bar wipe from the platform crew first.
If successful, a new total and deadlift record.
So she's having a stellar day so far, breaking a lot of records. Looking to add another record to her belt here. Oh wow,
Easy deadlift.
almost moved as fast as her first
White lights,
attempt.
deadlift and
So very
total
keen to
record.
see what she puts up for the third.
Misha
It's
next
possible
up,
based
also
off that
requesting to
180 that we saw in
bar.
training. She might have had to cut weight coming into this too.
Misha also attempting the deadlift and total record, taking away from
So
Maddie.
Misha has jumped 10 kilos now to 165. This will be our second heaviest of this flight. Sienna's going to follow after. Can I just say, 165, first nationals ever, first national series that she's done at 52 kilos. This is huge.
Already rushing to the bar, absolutely excited to just tug that weight up. Stays with it and locks it out.
Gets it up. well. Better than her first.
This is an interesting lockout. The bar kind of just stayed in the same spot, and then her spine shifted to get the hips through.
Yeah.
But the tech works. Like, that is a huge amount of weight to be lifting in the 52 kilo class. All right, Sienna jumping 15 to 210. This is going to match her all-time, match her most recent dead in comp. Her all-time best is 215, so they're on the way to beating her best ever performance. And I will say that Sienna is forecasted, if successful with this deadlift, to hit a 581 kilo total. She is 16, soon to be 17. This is a world-class performance here that we are seeing in the 84 kilo plus sub-junior flight. I think she did a really good job there. 3 white lights. Okay, so we are now on the final deadlifts of our female flight here. So they've stayed at 140 here for Jessica Arambi. Like we mentioned, just take what's there. The second was a little bit of work anyway. And look, for your first nationals to be contending here for for first place in a tight battle, should take that as a huge compliment. Let's finish off the day strong. I do think this is the perfect attempt to finish off the day.
Yeah, the second was a bit of work, so this will definitely be a fight, but definitely not out of the ballpark for Jess here. She pulls, gets it above the knees. Knee just needs to lock it out now.
She's done it.
And she does.
Let's see what the referees say with that. 3 white lights. What a grind. And what a finish to the day. Debut national performance. Finishing off with a 307.5 kilo total, breaking that 300 kilo barrier, and securing second place here at the Australian Powerlifting Alliance Mega Nationals. Okay, so we are going to have 145 on the bar for Aurelia.
Bars loaded.
This will be a 10 kilo PR on the deadlifts. And it will actually forecast her for a 20 kilo total PR, which is a huge feat to her hard work that she's put in. She's just got to get those hips through. Just a little bit too heavy for her there, unfortunately. Really good effort there today. Seeing that her second was 140, there wasn't too many kilos left on the platform there either. Already secured a PR total. Well done. So Jess Lee now, who is your under 47 kilo junior national champion, she secured that on the second attempt. She is now taking 150 kilos for her third attempt here. This is going to be a 5 kilo PR for her. And it is also going to be a record total and a record deadlift. So all the change here, everything that you can collect on this performance. Again, she's already your champion here in the 47 kilo class. This is really just to see what's there left in the tank. Let's go, Jess.
Gets it going. I think just locked the knees.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, just lost a bit of balance and then had the grip slip.
She really almost fought back from that, to be honest.
Yeah, for a split second. But nonetheless, still a great performance from Jess, your under 47 national champion here.
All right, next up we have Arini coming out 160. So, oh, nope, sorry, I jumped ahead. Nadira coming out 157.5.
I've just seen some attempt changes coming
Yes.
up, but have 3 attempts that are going for the record total here with Michelle, Maddie, and Sienna. So it will be an interesting end to the flight.
And then they're all also deadlift records in each individual weight class too.
Yeah, some big deadlifters in this flight.
So Nadira coming out 157.5. This will be 7.5 above what her best is in competition.
57.5 kilos. Bar's loaded.
And the bar is loaded for her. She's going to come out here now. Go on, big grind here. Let's see it. Unfortunately, that's just going to be a little bit too heavy for her there. She did give it everything. What an awesome day of lifting for her there. 7 for 9, PR total. Can't complain with that at all. Well done, Nadira. And also our 69 sub-junior Australian champion. Okay, so Irene coming out 160. This will put her at 392.5 for the day if successful. Just shy of that 400 kilo total, which I'm sure she will be chasing in the next one. But having a phenomenal day. She's 8 for 8 so far. She's left nothing on the platform for squats and bench. And she's ready to give this last day a big pull. Now, her second attempt was a little bit of work at the lockout, so this won't be easy by any means. I think 5 kilos is still possible.
Breaks it off the floor very easy. Just needs to lock out now.
She's
Screaming
really
to
going
get a
for
lockout.
it. Let's see what the referees say. Yes, unfortunately, just some downward movement when she started to grind there. But that was an amazing effort. Really left it all out on the platform there. You should be so proud.
Yeah, so coming into our last 4 lifters of the flight, we have Jessica Lee out first, 160.
So reattempt here. I actually think there's an attempt change going on. I can see Victor. Oh, is he changing?
Attempt change for Jessica.
Yes, there is an attempt change.
172.5.
They just
A
said,
massive jump.
screw it, we're doing it. That's what they just said. Back against the wall, nothing to lose, mate. Just have a bit of a tug.
This will put
This
a,
shifts the order now. So
Yeah.
Mishra is going to come out now. Hope Mishra is ready.
Yeah, Misha's also going for the record total and record deadlift again, or having already broken it on her second. So 170 kilos for her final deadlift.
If successful, will make her the top runner, total record and deadlift record.
Wastes absolutely no time with the setup, just wants to go and start tugging. Moves it up, just needs to lock it out now. Oh, unfortunately a bit too much. Grip started slipping there in the end.
No more changes to attempts.
Still your junior 52 national champion and still walks away with the record total. So still great day overall for Misha.
Alrighty, so Jess, as we mentioned, made an attempt change. She wasn't going to repeat the 160. She said, nope, I'm just going to have some fun with this last pull. Nothing to lose here, Jess. Just have some fun with it. Just rip it off the ground.
72.5.
She's done everyone really proud today up here on the platform. She should be
Loaded.
stoked with how she's conducted herself. And it was this time last year she did one of the biggest grinds and an upset on this platform. And I think she wants to prove to herself that she can do it here.
She wants this really bad. The whole crowd is cheering for her. A lot of support behind her right now. She'll absolutely fight for this.
She's good for a really big grind. Like I said, this time last year, she pulled off one of the biggest upsets on this exact platform.
Oh, still going. Fortunately, a bit too much for her today, but great effort from Jessica today.
Thanking our spotters and lows for helping us today.
Alrighty, next up we have Maddie Harper. We're getting close to the 180 that we wish we saw. 177.5 for the record total, record deadlift. She took the record on bench. This is just a phenomenal day of lifting for Maddie.
Next up, we have Maddie Harper with 177 kilos.
Yeah, so this is to increase her record total. She already has the deadlift record and the record total. This is an absolutely massive pull for a 52 sub junior here.
And also, this is well above the sub-junior 52 world record deadlift, which is 168.5. So we really do mean it when we say this is a world standard of lifting that you are seeing from Maddie today. This is an unofficial world record attempt from Maddie, 177 kilos.
Whole crowd is on their feet. Everyone is cheering for her. Gets it going and locks it out.
And just like that, an unofficial world record. 3 white lights. Good lift, Maddie. What an amazing performance she has had today. Just shy of 400 in the 52 sub-junior.
An attempt change for Sienna.
Okay, so what I'm having a hunch here is that the attempt change for Sienna is going to have something to do with best overall lifter, because Maddie and Sienna are fighting for that. Although they're miles ahead in their individual weight classes, there is still more levels to play for here. And I do believe this might be for best lifter in this change.
Her own total and deadlift record.
So this will break her own record total that she already got in the second, and her own deadlift. 223 kilos. This is also going to be a 17 to 18 kilo PR.
Bars loaded for Sienna.
This is to round out the first flight for deadlifts. This will be an exciting pull. 223 kilos for Sienna here. And this is to give her the best overall sub-junior as well.
I knew it.
223 record total,
She wants to
record
be
deadlift.
the strongest sub-junior in this room right now. Let's see it, Sienna. Come on.
Gets it up. It's still going.
I think she's done it.
Manages to lock it out.
I think she's done it. 2 to 1. Good lift. The jury will review this. I believe it was a little bit of a bar movement on the legs, which could have been downward. We'll see what the jury says. But that was for the best overall sub-junior lifter. So we'll look at these head nods.
Junior, the jury is looking closely. They're scratching their head.
Moving back to the boys class.
But if it does stand, Sienna is your 84 plus sub-junior national champion and also your best overall sub-junior female champion as well.
Sienna's deadlift has just been overturned.
That was overturned for Sienna.
Fortunately overturned.
Unfortunate end to the day, but that was still an insane performance. And again, a world standard performance there by Sienna. Alrighty, I'm personally going to log off here. I'm going to leave you in good company with Ed and Mr. Jasoff. Thank you, everyone. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, moving into the male flight for deadlifts. We got Jacob joining us.
What up, guys? 3 white lights.
Good lift. Logan next with 187.5.
But yeah, this will be an interesting flight for the males as well, with a few battles going on in the 66s and 83s.
I'm very excited to see the 66 battle. 83s is definitely going to be a play of smart cards. Logan here. Very speedy off the floor.
An amazing opener for him.
3 white lights. Lots of room in that one.
Surreal next with 195. Bars
Got
loaded.
Surreal next with 195 for his first opener.
Zero's best ever being 212.5.
Very easy open up.
Yeah, great opener there. I think you'll be looking to knock off that 212.5 PB, moving above that.
Davin next with 200 kilos. Bars loaded.
Got Davin coming up, 200 kilos.
Davin had an interesting start to the day, missing 2 of those squats. I think he'll look to make some ground up here in the deadlifts.
Yeah, just told to pull up the socks. Still in contention for the podium, currently projected in 4th. So definitely needs to make sure that he makes all these deadlifts here.
Speedy.
Fortunately just not locked out.
No lift.
It's an interesting turn of events here. You know, you've got the podium on the line. Do you repeat or do you go up?
Yeah, for sure.
Bars loaded.
I do think that wasn't a strength issue, so it will be interesting to see what Vin does for his second. But we got Caleb up now, 205 for his first opener. It does look like Vin did decide to actually reattempt.
Playing it safe.
Yeah.
Very good attempt there from Caleb.
Easy opener. 3 white
Three white
lights.
lights.
Good lift. Bars loaded. Same weight for Manta.
Got Manta coming up next, 205 as well.
Manta's best deadlift at 217.5. Very smooth opener.
Easy
Three
opener.
white lights.
That was crazy.
All right, Jaden up next, 210 for his first
Bars
attempt.
loaded. Jaden attempting 210 kilos.
Jaden's best deadlift is 227.5. I think he's our first conventional of this fight.
Yep. Very good to see all these openers moving very
I
smoothly.
was just going to say the same thing. A lot of speed on these openers, so I think the boys are giving themselves a bit of room here to take some jumps. Very key aspect in battling is giving yourself the space to make the right attempts and seeing what the opponents can do.
Bars loaded.
Got Dion up next, 220 for his first attempt. Looks like his first Nationals championship as well. Having had a great day so far, looking to finish off strong.
Dion's actually opening on his best ever deadlift here.
Oh, wow. Made a lot of progress, it looks like, since the last comp.
Oh, definitely appears so.
Yeah.
Awesome lift there from Dion.
3 white lights. Good lift.
All right, we have Cody next. Currently forecasted in second,
Cody next with 225.
opening with 225. Looking to
Bars loaded.
try to pull ahead of Will here and try to secure that second position. So these deadlifts will all be very vital to ensure that Will does not catch up here.
Nice to see a close battle going on.
Very speedy sumo deadlift here.
Phenomenal opener.
It is interesting that Will is opening with 227.5. Might be an intentional move just to go behind Cody to see what he does.
Bars
Correct.
loaded.
They do have the bigger opener, so they can actually gauge out what they put on the bar next year as well. This will also put Will onto the podium, opening up as many of the 66ers have already gone. Willie's quite experienced. He's been to Worlds before.
Yep, his first competition as a 66. His training's been looking great as of late. So be keen to see what he pulls today.
Oh, wow.
Moves like the
Well, he's
bar.
saying, I think it may be a little bit of grip or...
2-1,
Yeah.
no lift.
2 reds there, yellow card.
I think he's signaling to David to go up, and
Yeah, it might have just been a grip
Daniel.
issue there that he realised. I couldn't tell. Could you see
Yeah.
anything there, Smith?
not really.
Daniel's coming out.
Looks like he just dropped it
Red-headed
early.
demon.
Got Daniel up next.
Yes.
230.
So Daniel's a deadlift specialist, so this is where he's going to make up the most amount of ground here.
This does pull Daniel into the top 5 of the competition as well, which is a good spot to get into.
Yeah. Has had a great day so far, going 6 for 6. Puts him in a very good spot here to try to make up some ground.
There we go.
Very
he's
nice.
He's definitely going to look to move up the ranks with them.
Very happy about that one.
Amazing lift for Daniel.
Alright, we've got our last 3 lifters of the first round. We've got Dwayne coming up first, 240, followed by Evan and then Alan. Dwayne's currently in second, made up a lot of ground in the squat and bench. Currently trying to chase Evan here.
His best deadlift is 250. He's opening at 240, so it'll be interesting to see how this moves and what kind of space they're giving themselves.
Oh,
A little grip issue there on the left hand, falling out right at the end there. I'm sure they can come out and fix that up though
yeah.
on his next attempt. He is still in the competition though, so Evan does have a little bit of an advantage now if he can secure this and
Evan up
know
next.
what to put on the bar for that second to really, you know, give himself some distance.
I'm imagining Lewis is probably just going to repeat that one
Phenomenal opener.
to try to secure second here.
I would say so. There is still, you know, that potential world spot here. So Evan's on 250 here. Best deadlift of 265.
Looks like he's training at a strength club as well.
He is a homeboy.
Really nice.
That's what we like to see.
Amazing opener.
All right,
3 white lines.
finishing
Good
the
lift.
first round of deadlifts, we've got Alan already attempting to break the record total. Has had a phenomenal day so far, having broken the bench record
Next up we have
previously.
Alan.
Yeah, so Alan's from WA. This is, I believe, his second APA
Bars
Nationals.
loaded.
Unfortunately, I think he was a bit injured last year, so he didn't quite reach the
It's
potential he
successful.
wanted.
New
I think he's looking to
national total record.
make a big statement tonight, though.
10 kilos.
Yeah, looking to redeem his performance from last year. Hit some crazy numbers in training.
He did.
Oh wow, he's got a lot of room on that deadlift.
Incredible.
Just like an opener should be.
Now, what's very interesting about that total, that puts him at 632.5. That actually makes him competitive against our opens from this year, only 2 months ago as well.
Yeah, I believe he actually out-totals them.
I think he actually does right now. So good on Alan, well done. Let's see if he can maybe even go for that total record if he really wants to go all in.
Yeah, now back to the start of the flight. We got William coming out 192.5, just a 10 kilo jump, but it is matching his all-time comp PR. And the spotters cleaning up the bar between the start of every round, trying to get that baby powder off, and just excess chalk.
Bars loaded for William.
Let's go, William. William's done one competition prior to this.
Oh, a bit of a fight, but he does get it up. Be interesting to see what he puts for his third.
I definitely think there's a 5 to 7.5 PB in the tank there, should they wish to push it.
Yeah, interesting thing with these conventional lifts is there's often a much bigger potential to grind it out as compared to sumo.
Correct. You have a lot more time to correct things. We have Logan here with 200 kilos. Just 10 kilos away from his all-time best. Smooth lift there from Logan. A bit of that, I reckon he'll be able to go through that PB on his third attempt. Next up we have Davin. He's repeating that 200 kilos for what was soft lockout. Davin's definitely going to need to go on the board with this one to really have a shot at that podium.
Cleans it up quite nicely.
Lou's looking pretty good. Let's see what the referee say. There we go. 3 white lights. He's on the board. This is where they're going to have to sit back a little bit, do the maths, and I think he's just going to really have to push for that podium now.
Yeah, we'll have to see what Will does first, but I'm imagining they're going to make quite a significant jump.
I think so as well. It's definitely put a lot of pressure on Davin to go for it. Cyril next, 210. Just under his all-time best of 212.5. Yes. Very good. Got the output ship there.
Yep, got Zach handling it.
Yep, Zach's happy with that one. Sure, they'll get that PB secured on this next one. Caleb next, 217.5.
Caleb's up next, 217.5.
He's in his 83 sub-junior, you know, trading a little bit with the other two. It's going to be interesting to see what can happen.
Yeah, so Caleb's currently forecasted in third, quite comfortably as well. Maybe looking to make a push into the second place.
Yeah, it could be there.
Flies out. 3 white lights, good lift.
This is definitely going to put some pressure on the other 83 sub-juniors to really secure their lifts. Man's next, 220 on the bar. This is actually a PB for him. Secures the PB.
Does look like he has some room as well.
3 white lights, good lift.
Yeah, I definitely think there's another 5 in that one.
Yeah, for sure.
Jaden's up next with 225.
All right, Jaden's coming up next with 225. Had a bit of a rough patch in bench and squat, but looking to finish strong here for deadlifts.
He's just under his PB total here as well, so if he can get this, we can definitely push for a PB total on the last one as well.
Definitely got some room on that one.
With some amazing technique. 3 white lights.
At this stage, it looks like he is pretty secured in for 4th place. We'll have to see what these other 83s end up doing, like Caleb and whatnot.
Bars loaded.
They do look quite a bit ahead, so I definitely think for him it's going to be a nice PB total day, which is always good. Keep that momentum going.
Okay, we got Dion next, 235.
So Dion opened his PBs. This is a 15 kilo jump here and a new comp here. Having an absolute day.
3 white lights, good lift.
All right, one of our front runners for the 66s, William, coming up next. Having missed his first, but opting to go up 10 kilos anyways, with 237.5. Needs to make sure he hits this to try to get away from Davin and catch up to Cody. So this will be a very important lift for him to make.
Correct. He will still need to push Cody, especially if Cody secures his next one. It's going to be a big jump, but Davin is hot on the heels, so he needs to really get some lifts here.
Grip looks a lot more solid this time. Ref should be happy with that one.
Did he mix hook the first one?
Not too sure.
I'm actually unsure.
But 3 white lights. He's on the board.
He's on the board.
Dwayne up next.
And that does
340.
forecast him in for the podium now.
All right, Dwayne also missed his first as well. So being currently forecasted in second, this is also a big lift for him. He needs to get on the board to secure that placing.
Correct. And with Evan lifting as the last deadlifter here in this battle, they're really going to have to just maximize as many kilos and potentially just go for a massive third to take it.
Looks
Oh.
better. Oh, I think the grip slipped again.
I think unfortunately just at the end there,
No
still
lift.
slipping out
Okay,
of that
this is he's put in a very tough situation here. I do think they'll just repeat that to secure the placing, but he really needs to get that third to secure that placing.
Unfortunately, I do have to agree. Probably not the day he wanted, but securing a total is also important.
Daniel Cox.
We got Daniel up next. 242.5. Believe it's his first year in the junior. So just looking to put up a good day.
I believe Daniel's just done Oceania end of last year as well. Best deadlift of 246. Just under that here.
Very speedy here. Very happy with that one.
Definitely think he'll be going for that PB.
Good lift.
One red light there. Red card.
Okay, nearing the end of the second round, we got Cody, who's currently forecasted in second, taking a huge jump to 245. So
Pause loaded.
these kilos will be very important. I do believe if he does makes this puts Will in a very tough position and potentially too far out of reach. But if he misses this opens up a gap for Will to catch up. So this is a monumental lift for him to make.
Yeah, this is the one he definitely wants to get on the board.
And he does make it.
Yeah. He's definitely created a bit of distance with that one. It was very smooth, 3 white lights.
Next up with Evan. attempting
So that is a warning shot to Will to try to stop chasing him for the second. But we'll see what Will puts in as well for his third.
Cody also has body weight, so
Pause loaded.
Yeah.
it does put that extra 2.5 of pressure on Will. Evan up next, 265 on the bar, creating a bit of distance with the other sub-junior 83s here. Equal to his best deadlift.
Very good lift from Evan here. Matched his comp here and still got some room to go.
Blue white lights.
This puts him pretty much in a secure first place now. So he gets to have a bit of fun on the last attempt if he wants to.
Yes, I think they might even go for that deadlift record for the sub-junior category. So
While also getting the national
All right, we have Alan coming up next. Absolutely monstrous second attempt. 278.5 record deadlift now alongside the record total. Actually getting very close to the open record, which I believe is around 660.
yeah, 661, knocking on the door of the open competitors.
Will be very exciting to see how he moves this. But this is some monstrous weight for a 66 junior here.
And I think that was his opener.
Yeah, I think he's loading it up.
Wow.
takes the deadlift.
Wow.
Takes the
Absolutely incredible. I think we'll be looking at a 290 plus there. That was
Yeah,
incredible.
or at least just chipping the open record.
William up next. 195 kilos.
which I believe would be
Golf is banned nationals.
288 is all he needs, 288.5.
Correct. Just got Chris doing the maths now.
Funny thing is, Chris Yip is actually watching in the audience, who's the current open record holder.
That does give them, they've put in 294, which does give them the 666.5.
The spot is now cleaning the bar after each attempt.
Bargaining. All right, we've confirmed the open total record is 660. So they're going 6.5 kilos above that.
Yeah, so he must be very confident knowing obviously how that second moved to try to push that open record even further and not just chipping it.
Yes, correct.
Bars loaded.
All right, moving to the final round of deadlifts, expecting to see a lot of G-ups here.
Count.
We got William coming out first. Just a 2.5 kilo jump, still going to be a PR attempt.
Yeah, this is a personal best for him.
He fights it and gets it up.
Yeah, definitely there. We did say we thought he had about 5 left, so that looks like they took just a little bit of a conservative one with that line, but well done, mate.
He's really happy. Logan next with 210 kilos.
And with the third round of deadlifts, the bar does get cleaned every attempt, just to give the lifter the most optimal conditions to deadlift in.
Logan coming out for 210.
Logan for his final pull.
This is an equal PB for Logan.
Still fighting it. He's still going. And he locks it out.
I think this is Logan's first national, so he's equaled his best total, which I think is still a good shot. Different conditions, you've got to play to what's going on around you as well.
Cyril next, 220
We have Cyril coming up next, 220, final deadlift of the day. Has had a perfect day so far, looking to end with that 9 for 9 day.
This will be a 7.5 kilo deadlift PB as well. I mean, every single deadlift we see now from these 66s is very impressive for juniors.
Bars loaded.
Yeah, the talent pool is definitely improving.
Sticking with it, sticking with it. Wow.
What a day for Cyril.
And that's the PB.
What a day for Cyril. Zach is very happy with that
I
one.
love that. I don't think there was another 2.5 in that.
Yeah, it was a perfect attempt selection.
Caleb attempting 225 kilos.
All right, we got Caleb up next, 225.
Now, what's interesting about this is this does move Caleb pretty secured onto the podium. Sub-junior 83 from what I can see. But it potentially could be a silver, depending on what Dwayne does. He really needs to secure his last deadlift.
Yeah, so Dwayne actually is still not on the board. So Caleb is definitely secured his third place.
And he's a 5 kilo PB here as well.
Yep.
Oh, great deadlift there.
Yeah, great day for Caleb.
Great day. I think he's done all he can.
3 white lights, good lift.
Just need to sit back and watch to see what Dwayne does.
Correct, correct. It's all about Dwayne hitting that third deadlift now, staying in the competition.
David now also
Yeah, I believe the
attempting
83's
225.
placings are all up to Dwayne now. David, this one is an interesting one. I do think David does need to hit this
Bars ready.
in order to sort of move into third with this pool and then wait to see what Will does.
Yes, he does. This just chips Will as well.
And that looks solid to me.
It did look really good. Happy days.
Yeah, so David's in a similar position, just has to wait and see what Will does, but he's put himself in a great position so far. Chipping ahead of Will.
Yeah, but there's also going to be up to Will now to go, okay, am I going to push to rank higher now, which seems a bit far away based on what Cody had secured. So I think maybe he'll just try and secure that podium position now.
Yeah, may just move his attempt down. A lot of support for Manta here in the crowd. 230, 10 kilo jump. Also looks to be a PB deadlift as well.
Correct. He actually PB'd on the last one by 2.5. This will extend that now with a 12.5 kilo deadlift PB.
Just a bit too much.
Fortunately, not today. Sending love out to the fans.
What a full house here. A lot of people
Friday night at Camberdown, man. It's a place to be.
wanting to see how the final deadlifts end up.
We have some quite close battles also in the next session.
Yeah, some very exciting battles with the 74s and 93s.
Jaden next to 332.5. Bars loaded.
Bars loaded for Jaden, his final attempt of the day, 232.5. It's going to be a 5 kilo PR for him. A lot more hyped up for this one. He wants it.
This does secure Jaden in 4th place, I believe.
He pulls, he keeps going above his knees.
Oh, it's a dig, it's a dig.
Looks good to me. We'll see what the refs say.
It was quite smooth. 3-1 light.
Temporarily putting him for 3rd place.
All right, this is a big one here with Dwayne. Justin needs to hold on. We've seen both his previous attempts. He's good for it.
Next up,
So this is pretty much going to keep Dwayne in the competition and put him into that 2nd place position.
Is successful, jumping from 5th to 2nd place.
Yeah, this is deciding a lot of things.
Yep, jumping over Caleb. If he doesn't secure this, I believe that also puts Dwayne off the competition and Jaden onto the podium.
Yeah, huge deadlift here. That determines a lot of outcomes.
It actually looks like they've opted to put the wrist wraps on.
Maybe just to help with grip.
Yeah, help secure the grip. Allows the forearm to tighten up a little bit more.
Yeah, at this point, you just got to try everything.
100%. And it does look it only just goes on those last two right at the end there. Let's see.
Just needs to hold on here. Strength is good. It looks like he has worked.
That was the one, I think.
Lewis is very
There we
happy
go.
about that one. Dwayne as well, a huge sigh of relief.
Dwayne, congratulations, mate, on the board on that last deadlift and securing a 2nd place in the competition. I do potentially think that is also a world's ticket for him. We will see, but regardless, that's what you want.
All right, we got Will here, another big deadlift. Like we predicted, he's decided to drop down, only opting for a 2.5 kilo jump.
Correct. I don't think they're going to look at risking the podium here. They want to secure this one.
Just need to execute here and do what he did on his 2nd. Big deciding lift to see if he gets on the podium.
He wants to take it back off Davin here.
Pulls, and he looks like he's good for it.
It does look like a good lift to me. The referee suggests good lift. That does knock Davin off the podium.
3rd place for his first debut as a 66 junior on the national platform.
Seems like a bright future in that category for him.
All right, nearing the end of this flight.
Now, Dion's actually, he opened on his best ever deadlift here. So he's actually going to go 25 kilos above that. He's only done one competition prior, so definitely seeing a lot of momentum in his training. Let's see if it can all come together.
Bars loaded.
Yeah, this will be a great day for him as well. His first nationals competition. He looks ready. He pulls, and he looks like he's good for it.
Wow, 25 kilos on your deadlift in a competition ain't bad.
That is very impressive.
3 wide lights. Good
Well
lift.
done, mate. Got to be happy with that.
All right, final 4 lifters of the day, Cody, Daniel, Evan, and Alan.
Next
So
up,
Cody's pretty much
3.5.
secured second place here. He can't go backwards, and Alan is just that little bit far in front. So it looks like he's going to round out his day here with a decently big PB total, to be honest. I believe his best total was actually 539. So
Yeah, so 252.5 to end the day. I believe this is also his first nationals as a 66.
it's also an all-time deadlift PB with this one.
Massive deadlift as a 66 junior.
Yeah, well done. That only puts him 7.5 away from that 600 milestone as well, which I'm sure he'll get next time. Well done,
3 wide
Cody.
lights. Good lift.
Silver medal.
All right, we got Daniel coming up next. 255, which pulls him into 5th. And is also a deadlift PR for him.
Next up, Daniel attempting 255.
All his attempts have been looking speedy, so I definitely think he will be good for this one.
Yeah, so this will give him a 9 kilo deadlift PB. It also secures him with a 19 kilo total PB.
Bars loaded for Daniel.
Let's go, Daniel.
Taking his time with this one, getting in the right mindset. $255 final pull. To finish with a PR total, PR deadlift.
Securing him 540. Oh, great lifting.
He's very happy about that one.
20 kilos into 10.
There it
3
is.
wide lights.
3 white lights.
Great
Congratulations, Daniel.
He was
540
ecstatic about
total.
that.
Securing him in 5th place.
All right, Jacob, we got our final 2 deadlifts,
Evan
Yep.
attempting
both in 1st place.
5.5 kilos.
Yeah, they can't be challenged now, so they're both going to go look at pushing these records to the moon. Evan, coached by Connor from Strength Club here, looking to take the sub-junior 83 deadlift record with 285.5.
Evan
Now,
already secured
Evan's best
first
deadlift
place
is
on the
265.
record.
I have seen him touch a fair few 270 pluses in the gym, so if anyone can do it, I actually have full faith in him. This also gets him over that big milestone of a 650 total. It puts him at 658 with this deadlift.
Oh, wow. Absolutely
Bars loaded.
monstrous deadlift and total for a 83.
And a
Sub-junior.
sub-junior, yeah.
All right, he wants some hype from the crowd.
Let's go, Evan.
He will put everything into this deadlift. $285.5 on the bar for the deadlift record.
It's coming up. It's coming.
Oh, just a bit too much, unfortunately, for
Quite
today.
complex today.
Still your sub-junior 83 national champion.
Evan secured his place.
I mean, what else were you going to put on the bar at that stage?
Yeah, nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose. Evan in the game. He did have a little bit of a scare there in the bench press as well. He came back from that. You know,
All right.
The last deadlift of the session.
The last deadlift of the session, Jacob.
now this is exciting. We've got Alan coming out for 294. This gives him obviously a deadlift record, the record total in the juniors, but it also gives him the record total in the opens, which is absolutely huge. Not only is he looking to take that record, he's actually going to look at smashing it by 6.5 kilos.
Yeah, looking to end on 666.5, which is 6 kilograms above the current open record.
Let's be honest, I don't think his last attempt was that hard.
Yeah, I don't think this is a big ask at all. He's fully capable of it.
The crowd is pumped for this one.
A lot of people standing up in the crowd. Everyone wants him to make this lift.
And it is actually just scary how close he is to 300 with this as well.
$294 for his final deadlift.
Taking that total open
Holds it
record
and holds
to
it
the
on.
moon. To the moon. Has he done it? And there it
White
is.
lights for Alan. Absolutely
Alan
superb
Chuku
day.
stamps his name not only in the junior books in Australia, but he says 66 open, I am here.
What a redemption arc for Alan, coming off an injury from the last Nationals to now breaking the Open Nationals record.
My Lord. And now, is this Alan's last year as a junior?
I don't know, but
Because it'll be scary if it is for those opens. I am looking forward to that battle.
yeah, but great session, Jacob. Great end to the session.
Yes, thank you for having me on for the deadlifts. And man, I really appreciate that.
No worries. Thank you guys for watching. We're going to be moving on to our medal ceremony. We'll see you guys here for the next session.
Thank you.
Thank you.